Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Donna Just Being Real. My channel is all about dating, love, relationships, toxic relationship advice channel. And make sure you hit the like button. Alright, so we're getting back into this Hock. Hock Henry Dinkins sentencing / impact statement. Alright, so make sure you read the description so you can find out what's what's the next one. Alright, so we're gonna get into this one. This happened today. They had the sentencing and impact statement. But first, I want to start off by reading two articles. Brief. This is part of the articles I just want to read. All right. This first article came out in kwwl.com. And this came out today, October 11th, 16 minutes ago. All right. Henry Dinkins sentenced to serve 2 consecutive life sentences for the murder of Breasia Terrell. This beautiful young girl, Lord have mercy. Let me put the picture of her up. Oh my gosh, she's just absolutely just gorgeous, beautiful. All right, there she goes. All right, where was I at? Okay, Devonport, Iowa. Henry Dinkins, the man convicted of first-degree murder and kidnapping Breasia Terrell, has been sentenced to serve 2 consecutive life sentences in prison. Dinkins, who is registered sex offender, was convicted in September for the July 2020 killing of the 10-year-old Terrell. Dinkins kidnapped Terrell in the middle of the night before ending her life. Her body was discovered in a pond near DeWitt, I hope I'm saying right, DeWitt, several months later. Dinkins read out loud a lengthy statement in court on Wednesday, insisting that he is innocent. You know, I'm so sick and tired of these narcs and sociopaths. They figure, pour down. Everybody's attacking me. They're attacking me. This clown, Psycho Sarah, and Sewer Rat is all about that. Oh, let's not forget about that Nathaniel Rowland. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. The cameras have it all over. But let's get back to this Hock face right here. Okay. Dinkins read out loud a lengthy statement in court on Wednesday, insisted that he is innocent. To be honest, I was already found guilty before the case and the trial even began, Hock said in court. Oh, boo. Yeah, all right. In his statement, Hock claimed that he wasn't present with all the pieces of the evidence from the state. He claimed that because of the extensive news coverage, he didn't have the fair shot at getting an unbiased jury, leading him to decide to have a bench trial. See, he just mad because he thought when he was getting this bench trial, he figured, oh, he was good. The judge is going to decide. No, it doesn't work that way, okay? But let's go back to the article. Dinkins also claimed that the testimony in the trial was coerced, including from his own son, leading to his conviction. No, DL, your son, was just talking about what happened. Ha. Terrell's mother, that's the beautiful girl you see on the screen, Alicia Lanford, took to the stand on Wednesday to address Dinkins directly. She stated that despite the case being over, her pain isn't. I know it isn't. Lanford said that Henry Dinkins' closure doesn't exist here in the case. Justice doesn't exist here in this case, and you didn't just take away my baby's life. You took away everything from me. Oh, so sad. The prosecution argued that they did not in any way coerce witnesses. Dinkins has the opportunity to file an appeal, but did not say whether he plans to or not. All right. Now this other article I wanted to read, just a glimpse here. I just want to read this article here. This one came out from quadcity.com, and it came out today. And what was the part I wanted to focus on? I want to focus on the prosecution. Now, this is what the prosecution, the pretty lady, said. All right. She said his youngest son was the brother of Breasia. They're going to live with the repercussions of that for the rest of their lives, she told the court. She described D.L. Dinkins' son and Breasia's brother by saying the child is completely derailed, Your Honor. He is acting out. This child is not healing. He is angry and fighting the world. He cannot resolve the trauma he has gone through. See, this is what I'm talking about. Remember I said to you before, I said I was really worried about this boy. And you're going to hear what the mother says, because she's going to come on the stand, so we're going to hear what the mother has to say. This is so sad. He doesn't want to go to therapy. You know, oh boy. This is just too much. This is too much. All right, so we're going to get into it. Let me show you the clip here. All right. Give me a second here. Where am I? Okay, there go Hock face walking into the court. Look at him. Look like he lost a few pounds. And look like... let me hold my thoughts on that one. All right, there go the clown. Let's hear what the clown has to say. Okay, before I get into Hock face, make sure you hit the like button, share me out in your social media, and also subscribe to the channel if you're into my commentary. And if you need to reach out to me, look in the description. You'll find my email address for needed coaching and dating, love, relationship, toxic relationship, or you need advice on something, or you have a viewer's request, anything like that. Feel free to contact me. All right, let's get into this now. This is the sentencing of Hock Dinkins. I can't stand him. Just look at him. Low life. Oh, and somebody put a comment here. Oh my God, I was just cracking up. And shout out to everybody that's coming in here. Make sure you hit the like. What Aaron James said? Clown looks like a supersized Ronnie O'Neal if his hair needed Viagra. He does. Does anybody know about that trial, Ronnie O'Neal? Oh, that was another clown, just like Surat. I might do some recaps on that one, but we'll see. All right, and I see Lisa up in here. Lex 4, Deb is up in here. Amber. And Kendall is up in here too. And I got Maud on deck. Ooh, there you go, strong. And who else do we have up in here? I know I did see. Oh. And Demon Tate is in the house. I see you. I see you. And I see you, beautiful Kay. I see you. I see you up in here. And Tuesday. All right. And then we have another mod on deck. The real Jack Newtown. All right. What do you call him? Pork chop? Oh, Lord have mercy. All right. Let me stop talking, everybody. Let's get into it.
All rise. District Court of Iowa is in session. Honorable Judge Latham presiding.
You may be seated. Turn that off.
Well said, Lisa. Wolf in sheep's clothing. Just look at him holding his little piece of paper because he wants to speak. Oh, he mad. He mad. Everybody's picking on me. Ha! Pull out the violins for this loser. Hi.
We're here in the matter of State of Iowa versus Henry E. Dinkins, case number FECR 415636. Mr. Dinkins appears personally and is represented by his attorneys, Mr. Freeze and Mr. Waters. The State of Iowa today is represented by County Attorney Kelly Cunningham and Assistant County Attorney Liz O'Donnell. Before we proceed with the sentencing, there is a matter I'd like to address on a couple matters. I want to commend everyone once again for how they've conducted themselves during the course of this trial. They've acted very professional and very respectful for the court proceedings, and I would ask that that continue today. That's exactly what I expect. Second of all, as I was preparing for this sentencing today, The court noted that in my sentencing order that I did cite an indirect code section as it relates to count 1, and I'm going to correct that at this time. That code section will be 707.2 paren 1 paren A, and the order of the court will be amended to reflect the same. The court file reflects that on September 15th of 2023, this court found the defendant guilty under count 1 of murder in the first degree in violation of Iowa Code Section 707.2 paren 1 paren A, and under.
I'm trying to avoid talking so much going through this, but just look at his face. You see his face? Oh, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? Oh, I can't stand him. Reason. He looks like a sideshow Bob.
Count 2 of kidnapping first degree in violation of Iowa Code Section 710.2. The court at that time did order that a pre-sentence investigation report be prepared, and this matter was continued until today's date and time for sentencing. Mr. Freeze, have you had the opportunity to review that pre-sentence investigation report yourself and also review that with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are there any additions or corrections to be made?
No.
And Ms. Cunningham, have you had the same opportunity?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are there any additions or corrections?
No, Your Honor.
And Mr. Freeze, are there any motions at this time pending or any other reason why I should not proceed with sentencing at this time?
There are not, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Cunningham, do you have anything to present in regards to sentencing in this matter on behalf of the state?
Yes, Your Honor. The state has a sentencing recommendation. In addition, there are a couple of issues that I'd like to address related to victim restitution. And then we also have Aisha Langford present, the mother of Breasia Terrell, who has a statement that she would like to make at the conclusion of this matter.
Thank you.
All right. Your Honor, relative to the court's finding of guilt on count 1 to the charge of murder in the first degree, the state recommends that Mr. Dinkins be committed to the Director of Adult Corrections for an indeterminate, for essentially life with no parole. And I recognize that this is a mandatory sentence, but I'm articulating this for the record. As to the charge of kidnapping in the first degree, again, the state recommends that he be committed for a period of life to the Director of Adult Corrections, recognizing that that is not an offense that is subject to parole. The question really that the state has had to consider is whether or not the state was going to recommend concurrent versus consecutive sentencing as to count 1 and count 2. You know, the state certainly recognizes that these, are life sentences and that Mr. Dinkins is not subject to parole, but I think it's the facts and circumstances of this particular case that has weighed very heavily on the state's mind as to a recommendation of consecutive sentencing. So I'm going to walk the court through the state's thought processes, and then, with that being said, articulate where the state is landing on a recommendation of concurrent versus consecutive sentencing. In going back to Mr. Dinkins' criminal history, I would note that as 89, it's very important to articulate because the idea being that commits a crime and they come into the criminal justice system, certainly the idea is that these individuals are afforded opportunities at probation, and once they've gone through that probation, ideally these individuals, will understand the importance of being a contributing member to society and not to commit further crimes. That has not been the case for Mr. Dinkins, and unfortunately, when you look at his criminal history, starting back in December of 1989 with his first conviction for theft in the fourth degree and operating a motor vehicle without owner's consent, we have an individual who has been consistently involved in the criminal justice system up until the time of the commission of these offenses for which he was convicted. So, After those offenses, we've got his first conviction for sexual abuse in the second degree back in May of 1990. After he was sentenced to a term of prison, one of the things that the state noticed was that he had been released to work release in 93, having started his sentence in August of 1990, and he was paroled to the Work Release Center in September of 1993. Unfortunately, after he was paroled from the Work Release Center, we had the first revocation of that parole in 1994. That resulted in a completion of the violators program, where he again was paroled just a couple of months later to have his parole revoked then in January of 1995. And then he was once again released to the Work Release Center in January of 2000, having spent a significant period of time in prison at that point in time, whereas within a month he escaped from the facility. He was captured and returned and then finally discharged in May of 2000. Within the context of that sequence of events, I think it's important to note that in 1994, while he was on parole status, he in fact picked up a charge for possession with intent to deliver, which would be the Class C felony, and he was sentenced to 10 years prison for that particular offense. And I think that really speaks to the issue of Mr. Dinkins and how he views himself relative to society. And rather than recognizing that as individuals who live in society, we each have an obligation to one another to respect one another's rights, but to recognize that there are boundaries and that we have an obligation to conduct ourselves in a law-abiding manner. And that's certainly something that he has never learned, and he continued to engage in law violations. After his discharge from prison, I'm looking very simply at offenses that reflects a lack of regard for others. We have a violation of a no-contact order in 2001. We've got a domestic battery resulting in bodily harm, and then a charge of endangering life and or health of a child in 2001. Then we've got 3 different offenses that occurred during the period of 2002 through 2003 involving thefts. We've got a violation for the sex offender registry starting in 2003. And then even after that, we have got 2 more violations of the sex offender registry within the 2003 and 2004 period of time. Moving on, one of the things that is certainly replete throughout his criminal history is you see that substance abuse is an issue that he has had ongoing problems with. There are a number of arrests and convictions for possessions of controlled substances and even OWI first offenses. And in several of those instances, he had been convicted of OWI third offenses 3 times. I bring that out because, again, this is yet another offense that places society at risk when you have an individual who is consuming any type of intoxicant, whether it be alcohol or drugs, and then is actively going out in the community and driving and putting any member of the public who is out on the street at risk. And
Everything she's saying is what you call a lowlife. Shouldn't have been born. He's useless to society. He's nothing. That's why he's never going to come out and walk the streets again. All right, resume. What Tate says. She is very good. I want her to be my attorney if I needed one. She is good. She is on point. She covers every angle. She's phenomenal. She's doing an awesome job. I wish I would have played that. Maybe I could find that clip of her when she had that interview. I'll try to see if I can find that clip. All right, and whoever's coming in here, make sure you hit the like and welcome. And shout out to the people in the bushes. Ooh, blessings to you and thank you for being here. All right, let's get it.
Then beyond just driving offenses related to his privileges to operate a vehicle that had been revoked, and that is an ongoing theme that we see throughout his criminal history, we do have a voluntary absence from custody. And we've got that type of history that took us up to the point in time where Breasia was kidnapped and then murdered in July of 2020. It's very sad. I mean, it's extremely sad. And you consider those circumstances, but then we stop and consider the circumstances involving Mr. Dinkins, particularly as it relates to his relationship with Aisha Langford, his relationship with Breasia Terrell, and even the fact that his youngest son was the brother of Breasia. Mr. Dinkins,
let me show you the son, just in case. This is his son. And let's go back. If you remember, if you watched that commentary I did, and then we showed the son, you know, when he came in, he had to testify. And the way he looked when he walked through that courtroom staring at his father, it was like, whoa, if I could just have 1 minute with you in a room by myself, I will take you down, Hock. That's the look he had. That's why I could tell when I seen that clip, I said, this boy is angry. He is upset, which he has all reasons. But if he's not going to get no help and no therapy, I'm scared of what his future is going to be. I'm not trying to be negative, but we have to call it as it is. Lord have mercy. Prayers to this boy. All right, let's get back to it, ladies and gentlemen.
took advantage of a situation that no mother could have conceived would have happened. You have a mother who is having that chance contact with him at a convenience store to have a discussion with Mr. Dinkins about the importance of spending time with his son and being a father. That's a conversation that any mother would have, and certainly a mother encouraging a father to spend time with his son is something that we see happening in a world where we want there to be those healthy relationships. You've got that scenario, and then we stop and consider the relationship of Breasia to Mr. Dinkins' son. As Aisha Langford talked about, the two children were very close to one another and essentially were attached at the hip. And so with Mr. Dinkins' son going to spend time with him and the child wanting his sister to be there with him, a mother who's encouraging a father to spend time with his child and recognizing that in order to facilitate that, even though there hadn't been permission given for Breasia to
Why should a mother encourage a man, a grown man, to be involved in his children's life? See, I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, we got to do better. You have to be very careful who you choose to be the father of your children. And men, you need to be careful who you choose to be the mother of your children. That's why I always say in this channel, date smart, not thirsty. Boy, resume.
to go, but then finding out after the fact that when she's gotten off work, that very circumstance has arisen, and then for Mr. Dinkins to take that and remove Breasia from the apartment in the middle of the night, and then ultimately we find that that child's been brutally murdered with her having been shot in the face on the side of the jaw, and having been shot twice in the front of her chest and traveling to the back. The state can't even begin to conceive what that 10-year-old child was thinking as she was standing there and Mr. Dinkins presented that gun and fired and killed that child. And then you take that and you stop and consider that this family is forced to live a nightmare that they could have never conceived of. And it's not a nightmare that comes to an end. Miss Langford, her son, her youngest son, her oldest son, they're going to live with the repercussions of this for the rest of their life. Quite honestly, when you stop and consider Mr. Dinkins' son, he was an 8-year-old child. And how do you take a child of 8 who is at a stage in their life where children are innocent, and then that child is taken by his father after Breasia has been shot and killed, and essentially been a companion with him and forced to go with his father as his father took steps to cover up his crime. And it's changed that child. The youngest boy, he's had struggles ever since. The child's completely derailed, Your Honor, and he's acting out. One of the things that I've had discussions with the child about, and certainly this is something that Ms. Langford has pursued, is the issue of getting the child into counseling. But the problem is the child's fighting that because the child doesn't want to talk about the issue. He doesn't want to talk about the issue because it hurts too much. And so now we have an 11-year-old who has no concept of the value of talking out and through something that's so painful, and he's living with that pain, and what it's doing is it's created a scenario where this child is not healing. Instead, he is angry and he's fighting the world. And you have a mother who has lost her daughter who has been brutally murdered. And now the mother, not only in dealing with the stress of that, now is in the position that she's fighting for the life of her youngest child, worrying about where that child's going to end up because he can't resolve the trauma that he's gone through. And I think, in considering all of those variables, while they are life sentences without parole, I think that this is a situation where the state is going to recommend consecutive sentencing because the dynamics and what has happened deserves consecutive sentencing, and so that's going to be the state's recommendation. Beyond that, Your Honor, I would...
Ladies and gentlemen, did you hear what this boy's going through? And Susie Q, you said you remember too. You remember that look that he had when he walked in there? They had to snap him out of it. Because he came in there. He was like, if I could just have just 1 minute with you in a room, I will take you down, Hock. He's angry. And he has all rights. Oh, gosh, this is so sad. I don't know what's going to happen to him. And she knows. He's angry. And when men are angry, they're going to take it out in a certain way. Oh, boy. We just have to pray for this boy. And the oldest, because she has an older brother, too. Pray for him. We don't even know what he's going through. This low-life piece of crap, Hock. We pray for his healing. He saw a lot, has been through it all. Exactly. He resembles his mom. What Overthought had to say. Sometimes you have to keep trying out new therapists. That is the truth. That is the truth. Which is exhausting for even adults. And I'm glad that you brought that up, Overthoughts. That is the truth. You have to try because not everybody. It's just like when you go to a doctor. You have an issue. You go to your primary doctor. And they'll send you to a specialist. If you're saying something about your heart or whatever, they'll send you to a cardiologist. They'll send you to a specialist who deals with that. Not every therapist can handle everything. You need to go to a therapist who deals with trauma. And he needs trauma. If you've been SA, you need to go to a therapist who deals with SA. Okay? Not everybody is skilled or have that much experience in that. Of course, they learn all that, when he was going to school and stuff, but you want to know one who can really deal with it. Or you're going to go to a therapist that knows about narcissist abuse, sociopath abuse, how it affected you. You've been gaslighted all your life. So you have to understand, a therapist who can relate and understand that. So you have to go to one who specializes in that. Ask questions. There's nothing wrong with that. And maybe that could be it, Overthought, that he's, maybe it's a therapist he don't feel comfortable with. You have to find one. Maybe you need to find one who's, a little bit younger, who just got out of school. And he feels more, not so much of an age gap that he's talking to somebody who's so old or whatever. Because, he's a young boy, so everybody to him is old, look old. You have to just tweak around. And it's a lot of work. But, Mom, you got to do it. That's all I have to say. Let's get back to it.
Note that pursuant to the provisions of Iowa Code Section 910.3 capital B, Mr. Dinkins is required to pay $150,000 in victim restitution to the heirs of Breasia Terrell. Aisha Langford, being her mother, would obviously be one of those heirs. Breasia's father is deceased, and so I think under the rules of intestate succession, Aisha Langford would be the heir pursuant to what we would consider under our probate law. So I would identify.
I was trying to find out when Breasia's father died, because I know the beginning. If I'm correct, I stand to be corrected, so let me know. Whoever's watching replays here, you can email me, let me know. But with the father, Breasia's father, that he was in prison at the time that, when she gone missing, but, we know what really happened. So I don't know when he passed away, but I guess now he's deceased. Because, a lot of people's asking at the time we're looking for her, where's the father at? All right, let's get back to it. We said Miss Cunningham came for every fact and coins. Restitution charges are sky high, taking working folks out of work. Yeah, she not playing. Resume.
Identify that for the record. Additionally, Your Honor, there had been a claim submitted by Ms. Langford to the Crime Victim Assistance Program for loss of wages and then also for crime-related travel expenses. The Crime Victim Assistance Program did in fact pay out a claim of $6,055.25. So the state is asking for the payment of that restitution by Mr. Dinkins to the Crime Victim Assistance Program. As far as burial expenses, we don't know what that figure is yet. At the time of this trial, well, actually at the time that the state was preparing for trial, and I had been meeting with the pathologist to prepare her for her testimony. We had discussions. Breasia's little body is still in the custody of the Iowa State Medical Examiner's Office. And so as a part of that discussion, I indicated that once the sentencing was done, I would then contact the State Medical Examiner's Office and ask for the release of the body. Once we finish this particular proceeding, I will make that call, and then that will afford the family the opportunity to finally put Breasia to rest. So there will be an additional motion filed by the state setting that matter for a victim restitution hearing, as we will be seeking those burial expenses. Beyond that, Your Honor, one other issue that I need to talk about. There has been a change in procedure relative to the payment of travel time and even payment of time for victims who have come and testified in trial. It used to be that where a witness was called to testify, we could turn in the subpoena, we could identify if they were there for a half day or a day, and then put mileage on the subpoena. We've been advised by the clerk's office with the changes that have occurred. First of all, the court has to make a determination that Mr. Dinkins is indigent. I know that defense counsel has filed various motions identifying Mr. Dinkins as being indigent, and if the court does make that finding that he is indigent, then the state has a claim for payment of non-expert witness fees. That would apply to Deputy Adam Wojciechowski. He was from the Clinton area, and so he had to travel, and we've got the travel expenses and the witness fee there. That would be for $111. It would be for Matt Dean. He was one of our 3 fishermen from the Clinton area, and so there would be a total of $100 for witness fees and mileage traveled. For Brendan Rogie, again, one of our fishermen, he would have a witness for $62. For Eric Johnson, again, the third of our 3 fishermen from Clinton, he would have a total of $90 owed in witness fees and miles traveled. And then Jim Peters, who was our canine expert, there would be a total of $416 owed for miles traveled because he lives some distance from here. And we're including within that not only the miles traveled when he came for trial, but also for purposes of his deposition testimony and witness fees. So that would be a total of $416. And then finally, for Jesse Dow, a total of $62. And again, he was one of the fishermen. Actually, yeah. So he was one of our fishermen, Brendan Rogie. Let me just go back and look. No, Matt Dean, I'm sorry, he was not one of the fishermen. He was one of the individuals that had been incarcerated with Mr. Dinkins. And so that would be all on behalf of the state, other than Ms. Langford, who would like to be able to give a witness statement when the time is appropriate, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Freeze, on behalf of the defendant.
Your Honor, on behalf of Mr. Dinkins, we would recommend that any sentence the court imposes here be run concurrently instead of consecutively, understanding the court has very little, almost no discretion here. Our argument, first of all, is legal in nature. The court, in its ruling and its findings of fact, finding Mr. Dinkins guilty under the kidnapping element, found that necessarily Mr. Dinkins had to cause.
Melvin, you said something. He needs a therapist around 30 years of age. You're right. That's what I'm thinking. More of a therapist in the 30s. Not some 50, 60, 70-year-old. No, that's not going to work. He's not going to be bothered. Or you can find a mentor. You know, he can find like a 20-something-year-old mentor that, you know, might be in college and, yeah, he could do this like, you know, put on his resume or something like that. But he needs somebody. Oh my gosh, he needs somebody. Or this boy's going to be caught up in the system. I don't want to say it, but he's going to be over here in the system. He's angry. He's going to turn to drugs, alcohol, gangs, stealing. He's angry. And he has to take it out somewhere. Oh boy. I'm not trying to be negative, but we have to call it as it is. This is a teaching channel where we can learn from, and we need to learn these things. Again, date smart, not thirsty. Picking this piece of crap to be to lay down with and have a baby by this monster. Lord have mercy. Sorry, I'm just saying what it is. These are my thoughts and opinions. Resume.
Breasia Terrell's death to satisfy the serious injury element of the kidnapping in the first degree. Under that analysis, we would submit to the court that the kidnapping and the murder would merge into essentially one conviction because it would require the murder of Breasia Terrell to satisfy that third element of kidnapping in the first degree. So the court should only sentence him to a single term of life of imprisonment. Even if it is not a legal issue, it certainly is a fact issue. Mr. Dinkins is going to prison for the rest of his life today. He has one life to give. That's all he has to give. Anything more than that is symbolic. That's it. This crime, as the court has set out in its findings of fact, and the court heard for several days, to find Mr. Dinkins guilty, all these facts were contemporaneous as to time, as to date, as to location, as to whatever the motive was. Those are all part and parcel of the same scheme, plan, whatever. We would submit that under that analysis, and that's part of the analysis the court has to consider when it's sentencing someone, that this should be a concurrent sentence instead of a consecutive sentence. This sentence is, like I said, non-discretionary. It's told to us by the legislature that it's one of those crimes, or two of those crimes, that when they occur, that they check all the boxes that we take away someone's liberty for the rest of their life. This is the worst sentence you can get in Iowa. So we would ask the court to sentence him to 2 life terms, run them concurrent. As far as the restitution, Mr. Dinkins, of course, has to pay restitution. We just received the motion on the crime victim assistance today. Haven't had much of a chance to review that. What I'd suggest is that we hold that open until.
Thank you, Paula. I'm just looking. If I'm correct here, because sometimes StreamYards could be a little off. I have about 62 people up in here. And I only have 30 likes. Come on, hit the like. Even the ones in the bushes, hit the like. If you're here, hit the like. It helps out the content creator. And share me out even helps more, if you can. if you can. All right, let's get back to this ham hock.
Until they file their other request, and then give us a period of time to object. If we don't object, that would be entered without further order. And that's all I have to say, Your Honor. Thank you.
Ms. Cunningham, do you wish to address the argument of merger?
You are so well.
Your Honor, I'm comfortable with the suggestion that's been made by counsel relative to the issue of victim restitution.
Thank you. Mr. Dinkins, this is your opportunity to address me and tell me what you would like me to know before I pronounce sentence in this case.
Diets never help me lose weight, but
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I want to see a lot of violins right now. Let's throw out the violins, because Ham Hock is going to speak. And I'm so sick and tired of these narcissists and sociopaths, psychopaths, the whole cluster B personality disorders. It's pour down. So I insist that everybody put out some violins right now. Let's hear what this numbskull have to say. Can't stand him. All right, resume. Oh, what Patty says? Wow, they haven't even been able to lay the baby to rest. Prayers for the family. That's what I'm saying. When I watched this, I didn't know that. All this time. I can't stand him. I want to see more violins. I don't see enough. Put the violins. People in the bushes, just come on out for a second and pull out the violins. Can't stand this ham hock face. Resume.
What are you supposed to do when you're told you can't even speak in court, especially when you see and know something ain't right? Logistically, it's like having a gag order, which prevents you from addressing the court with any of the issues. What if your issues are with the judge, the prosecutor, or the attorney? You are not allowed to put anything on record at any time of these issues during the court proceedings, unless it's asked the question of the judge, the prosecutor, or your attorney. What happened to the rights of freedom of speech if a person addressed a matter to the court in the proper proceedings, even if it's in the same spectrum as if your attorney or your prosecutor are addressing the courts or any issues? Your Honor, may I speak to the courts? There are so many various issues people might have at different times of the court proceedings. I believe these issues could be, I believe if these issues could be resolved between client and counsel, then there wouldn't be a problem. But that's not always the case. I'm only going to speak right now because this is my only opportunity to address the court during the closing of this trial, which is kind of too late for me. Even if you do ask your attorney to ask certain questions, sometimes things don't get done. I have a speech that I would like to address the courts with if the judge allowed me the opportunity to say the following. Let me address the facts about everything regarding my case. First, I want to know if I can quote case numbers or just saying the same, either or would be fine to me. Where is the justice in the judicial system, and how do you beat a system that is against you that's not playing fair? When I was in Clinton County Jail, I remember 2 detectives coming to charge me with this case. I remember the female detective saying, we're going to make you look like a monster when this is over. That statement was made during my initial report. Who is they? That's the $1 million question that will arise a little later further in this reading. I'm only going to speak facts. To be honest, I was already found guilty before this case and trial already began. I can see it as racial profiling behind my background. I'm saying this because how everything played out from the beginning all the way up to now. I contemplated over the moves that the state used to hinder my character to fit their benefits. First, they blast my name widespread coverage, negatively nonstop on the news, in the papers, and all over social media, and even on posters. This made me vulnerable towards animosity towards the public and guaranteed people to have a bad image of me in their thoughts. So if I chose a jury trial, this pretty much polluted their thoughts about the type of person they wanted to image me as. And all this went global for their support. Now I'm guaranteed not to get a fair jury selection for trial, and even if I chose a bench trial, it would be sealed with a guilty verdict. So where's the equal liberty and justice in the system when you're being railroaded by the police, the detectives, and others working hand in hand? It really don't take no rocket scientist to see through this magnetic picture. Through these series of events, I know I've been railroaded, so either way, the state had the odds in their favor. The state produced 900 exhibits offered into evidence. I can honestly say I've only seen 35 exhibits before this trial, but I was given 665 exhibits during trial to have from my records. I never had the opportunity to look over 90% of any of this for preparation for trial, but this includes footages as well. So this is what the courts had to offer me. All this was new to me during trial, but I believe the 700 exhibits offered was the shortcut. I believe there are others that the state didn't provide, allowing a definitive preparation for trial by deception or by deception. So once again, where is the equal injustice in the judicial system when you're told you can't speak, especially when you see the state ain't playing fair? I do remember being transferred from Davenport to Clinton County Jail behind the bad publicized coverage. I remember a couple of things taking place while I was being there. First, I asked for a change of venue behind the negative news. I also made the comment, man, they're never going to find her because it's been quite some time. As a
Oh, you feel sad. Everybody's coming down on you because you're so innocent. Get the heck out of here. And that Andrea too, I don't like her either. Somebody need to sue her or something, because I don't understand why she got away with all of this. If you said you saw that girl outside, that little girl outside, what was about 3 something in the morning, your first response should have been like, throw on your clothes, go outside and grab her by the wrist and say, you coming inside this house. Why are you outside? No, she didn't do that. Pissed me off. Excuse my language. Resume.
the time progressed, that even made it even slimmer. I also was going to represent myself because all the attorneys that the state was providing wasn't doing nothing in my case. So I just
Kendall, now he wants to talk. I believe that they are allowing him to speak. I think, well, he had his opportunity during trial to speak. He claimed he was silenced through this whole thing, but he didn't want to speak. But at the end, I guess when you have the, the sentencing, you have your time to speak. And normally people say, I'm sorry to the victim's family. But no, he using this time to say, poor him. Give me the violins. Ham hock face. Can't stand him. Yeah, I can't believe this crap either. All right, resume. Wait a minute. Hold up. I'm looking here. It says 90 people. And only got, how many likes? 52 likes? Oh, come on. Let's be nice. Just hit the like button. Don't do that to me. Really? Resume. Hit the like.
just wasn't about to do nothing as well. So I at least was going to try to attempt to attempt pro se. When I seen the judge, he made the comment saying, I have no problem opposing this time on you. You need to reconsider your decision because you're facing some real serious charges. When I seen the look in the judge's eyes, I knew then I had to get a jury trial. But through the news through the news coverage and the news confirming this
Oh, are you sad? because someone claimed your lower backside, if you know what I'm saying. It looks like somebody done claimed it. And you're going to have more people that's going to claim it when you go to prison. Took that little girl out that house like that. See, ladies, you have to be careful when you're dating, right? And you have little children. You think that this man is so much into you, but he's into your little kids. You have to be careful who you let around your children. You have to be careful, men too, be careful who you impregnate, who you having a baby by. Come on. Talk to your children. Talk to your grandchildren. If you're a mentor, help people to date smart and not thirsty. Make better decisions. I can't stand this man. All right, let's get back to it.
I know I had to get a jury trial, but through the news press coverage confirming this verdict with the high profile in this murder case. So my chances of winning even with a jury trial was slim, and if you don't have the right attorney, it's even slimmer. I was told by a birdie that if you have this case heard or in any remote area where this is being televised, you would be found guilty, and this was by the state's own officials that uphold the laws. So once again, where's the equal liberty and justice for the system for all? This racism this racism do run deep in the Iowa system for people of color, which I'm not only talking blacks. I know whites also have the same problem as well, but it's more common for the people for men of color. But the profile racism that I'm dealing with is behind my back.
Okay. I will say, with black men, they go through stuff. Yes, I will. But this is not that kind of situation, Hock. You did this. And your past history of what you've been doing. You a S offender. Hold on, you gotta be careful what you say on YouTube. S offender. You did it to yourself. This is not about your color of your skin. No. The evidence shows you. You did this. And don't try to do this little race card and think people's going to have sympathy for you. It's not going to work. Resume.
Background. And almost 75% of their news coverage, they mention my background or something in regards of that nature. If I didn't have that, I would have never got charged. When I was in Marshall County, before this trial began, here they go again, sliding negative news coverage of my background a week or so before my jury selection was about to begin. I said something to my attorney, which all he said was, there's nothing we can do about that. I made my mind up that if they're not going to play fair and I can't get a fair jury selection, I should just take my case back to Davenport. Once I was transferred to Cedar Rapids County Jail, before my trial, the day of my trial, here they was again mentioning my name on the news again. I really don't know a lot about the laws, but I know enough when I see a lot of my constitutional rights being violated from the beginning up to now. Through this racial profile, the state and others have shown ambiguous behaviors that sought constantly through these drawn lines. But what can you do when you're told you're not allowed to speak? I can only play with what's provided by the courts and the state's rules. Me and my family tried to contact my attorney on several different occasions, which I was told that he was working on the other client's case. To you, Judge Latham, you handpicked my attorney. I went through 3 different attorneys, but the handpicked one was my last option. I'm not going to bash my counsel because I know he personally did more than the Davenport public pretenders. But I know he overlooked some things in my case. I'm not quite understanding how I wasn't given 665 exhibits or seen any footages before this trial. He did make me believe he was going to raise these issues, but I never seen nothing come forward. I've asked several times, but was told you have nothing to worry about. I was being bamboozled by the blind side while nothing was being introduced or brought to the surface. I really don't know if this would have made a difference because the judge was just looking for any reason to get this verdict. I can truly say after hearing the judge's remark and while I was in Clinton and Cedar Rapids, the judge's demeanor spoke real clear to me of the courts, which made me realize that I never had a chance to win from the beginning. So once again, where is the justice in the judicial system when you see the judge in his own personal emotion, then you hear the judge say that everything made against you, he find credible, then tell you everything you said is a lie and untruthful, even when they know you know they lied. I do understand the power of the pen, especially when the power of authority is being abused behind watchful seers. I do wish situations were different, but the state has played dirty when they know they didn't have anything on me while I was their easiest target behind my background. I would have to say this is overwhelming, but I have to stay focused and grounded. I have more hurdles that I have to jump through, but I have to take things one step at a time. For those who believe this fight is over, guess what? Through my resilience, you will see me at the next checkpoint, God willing. My main focus is getting back home, but where is home after all this? Where is home? But right now, I have to stay focused on what's more important. I'm only able to play with what's provided by help from those who are watchful seers as well. I know the court has played unfair towards me. I played this scenario numerous times in my head trying to figure this out, but I keep coming up with the same answer. You never had a chance from the beginning. So I say this to you, Judge Layden. What if you would have never found me guilty and found me innocent? What would have been the outcome from their perspective? Everybody have to report to somebody, but God is the final ultimate judge. I do forgive those who made past judgments against me unknowingly. Never once have the courts asked me about anything of the clothing or the shoes or during any of these allegations. I honestly believe that these items are not important, but it was just giving the state more ammunition to point a finger negativity towards me. Just like me not opening Andrea's door with my key to allow the police to walk into her residence. I don't have them rights for that. I don't pay no bills at her apartment to allow anyone access to her place. I didn't give no approval for her place for that. I didn't give no approval for a place that's not my place of authority to do.
Cox, I see you. Okay. Yeah, you didn't open the door. I don't pay no bills in the place, whatever. So what the hell you laying up in her house? Excuse my language. What the heck are you laying up in her house for? See, ladies, you gotta stop this. Having these low-life derelicts, ex-convicts living up in your place, and they not offering you nothing. What is wrong with you, Andrea? What is wrong with you? Yeah, I'm talking about you, Andrea. I wish I could put the picture up. What's wrong with you? He just was using you. Ladies, you gotta realize dudes like this will use you. Use you. How do you feel as a man to lay up in a woman's house and you're not paying nothing? She's paying for everything? A man's supposed to be a provider and a protector. That's all I have to say on that. Let's get back to it. Andrea, you a fool. Yeah, I said it. You are a fool. He used you for 6 years? 6 years? But see, so many women out here, they just gotta have a piece of a man. They gotta have that wood stick next to them. They don't care. He ain't gotta do nothing, just be there. Really? And a real man, they don't want to just be there. They want to do for the lady that they love, that they care about. They want to spend time with them. They want to show them things. They want to take them out. They will invest in them. Yeah, that investing means money. That's what a man does. So you just let this man just lay up in your house and he ain't paying nothing, and then bring it over his son and everything? Yeah, it shows so much about her character. But, it's so many women like that. There's so many women like that. That needs to stop. You entertaining these low lifes. You entertaining them. Low self-esteem will get you all the time. That's all I have to say. Let's get back to it.
On the footage, I told him I checked, and he said, let's check. And then lied and said, I told Andrea, and then he lied and said, I said it was okay for him to go into Andrea's house. But I will have to say the video do speak for itself. I will have to say there was one person's statement that was consistent from the initial report to deposition to trial, and that was Miss Gardner, Aisha's mom. I do recall her talking to Aisha before I left with the kids, or I would have never left with either kid. I'm still stumped about 900 exhibits plus, and I'm saying plus because I've only received 700 and the state knows that the ones that would have set me free, they used deception and sabotagement, but made a mistake by giving me 665 exhibits during trial to go through and to cipher through after trial. I know I was given 665 because I counted them, which I've already had 35 before this trial, and which gives me 700 in total, except for the ones I gave my attorney when the state moved them exhibits to move things into mobile to fit their exhibits. I need that letter back, Chad, if you don't mind, the one that I gave you pertaining to Aisha. If I had 120 footage of video with 80% showing nothing, I can make a story up about any vehicle or make anything appear where I want it to be, especially if I'm able to take what I want to produce and the rest of it, produce the rest where, let me see, my bad. Especially if I don't want to. Okay, and not produce the rest where nothing else is being presented, but what I want the world to see. I know that they didn't give my attorney that information as well. I'm the one who said that I went to the quick shop, which was used against me. I'm the one who said that me and my son stopped by the mobile, which was used against me. If I would have got on the stand, you would have probably found a reason to use that against me as well. The only reason why you didn't use my son's statements saying he seen me kill his sister, it would have made every lie truthful. It would have made everybody lies untruthful, which you couldn't have that. So I say once again, where is the justice and equal liberty in the system? Why wasn't Andrea's initial statement video played? They played mine, they played Aisha's, they played DL's, and they played Jared's. I know the state, I know and the state know that Andrea's initial video recording says something totally different. That's why they didn't show them contents or produce that video, which I'm not quite understanding why my counsel didn't bring that forward as well. I'm not even sure if he even had that information because I've never seen any footages but what the public saw during trial. I can speak for days about what happened, but since my attorney didn't bring up any issues on motions, what are my chances now? Even Jared's statement are twisted up. But like I said, anything the court can use to find his verdict guilty. There it is right there in the eyes of the public, racial profiling. When I was given them exhibits, I wrote the during this trial saying with urgent attention, quoting case documents, law from the Iowa Law Book of Iowa Rules of Criminal Procedure, stating the following item and its reasons, but once again, it was overlooked by saying, I'm going to give both parties that information. You have to talk with your attorney. I know I'm not allowed to put case numbers, but I sent the statement of the following items of evidence in possession or control are necessary for preparation for the defendant to inspect copies, photos, or exhibits that the state intend to offer into evidence at trial or belonging to the defendant. From the law book, I sent consequences of failure to make disclosure of discovery, failure to disclose supplements or of early responders to admit, failure to disclose or supplement. If a party fails to provide information or identify a witness as required by the Rule 1.5, the party is not allowed to use that information or witness to supply evidence on a motion or at a hearing or at a trial, unless the failure was substantially justified or harmless. It also says, if in disclosure of expert testimony, if a party must disclose to the other party of any witness, it is also, it's expert testimony, a party must disclose to the other party identity of any witness the party may use at trial to present evidence under rules of evidence, saying any exhibits that will be used to summarize or support the opinion. I also sent grounds for vacating or modifying judgment and material evidence newly discovered which could not be reasonably diligently have been discovered and produced at trial with official comments in Act 1943 federal practice. I'm only able to do what I can just to be rejected or overlooked once again by everybody. When you ask your counsel when will certain things be brought up and he tells you through other witness, but it's misleading of your counsel when he knows that the state is going to rest and there is no more witness to raise the issue, but he tells you different. But you are not allowed to speak during trial.
Overthoughts. It's not because you're black. It's because you're guilty, dummy. Well said. This is not a color thing. No. It's because you're guilty. Reason. If you didn't hit the like, please hit the like. It says 110 people. What's the likes like? I'm gonna put a poll. 68. Oh my gosh. It's not even creeping up. Come on, hit the like. Reason.
My dearest son, you know I love you with all my heart. I know everybody distorted your thoughts where you're trying to figure things out in your own head. I'm sorry that you had to deal with all this abuse from those who made you lie about all these stories. I know you remember me, you and Bree counting money on the mattress up to $2,000. I was so proud of you because you was a fast learner. I know you are mad because you believe I lost your sister, but guess what? Your dad ain't mad at you behind the lies. I love you more than the lies. I know one day you will tell the truth, but even if you don't, I'll still love you regardless. Ms. Culberson, I also respect your initial report and your deposition, but somewhere along this course, your whole story changed like 360. I'm not sure what took place or what type of situation you might be in, but something made you spiral from out of the normal. You know I've never been violent towards you or showed any aggression. I've only been protective of you. That's why I was kind of surprised by the statements you made, which kind of had me thrown off the loop. Just please give my things to my family, and I'll leave it at that. Aisha, you said something in your deposition that caught my attention. You said you wrote me 15 letters from the beginning of this case. Well, it's sad to say, but I believe I might have only got 2 letters that slipped through the cracks that they didn't catch. They took them letters before I even had a chance to receive them. That was their intentions, to have you turn against me. That way it makes it easy for them to point a finger. I even gave this letter to my attorney. But the only time that I was able to contact you, and that's when I was in Clinton. I text you. I know you remember because you kept asking me, who is this? I never said who I was. I even text your mom number as well. I will have to say your initial and depositions are totally different from your trials, straight the opposite, which I know them people played a factor as well in that. So just for the records of the court, I wasn't in any shape prepared in addition for this trial. My resilience will continue to keep me focused and peaceful during these hard moments. I do have determination that through these challenges, I believe in the very definition of faith. My faith ignites hope in my heart to overcome these trials and tribulations. Right now, I'm the underdog rising through these misfortunes. I have to stay strong through this predicament. My God taught me failure isn't final. Your fight is only over when you throw in the towel. What initiates champions? The Almighty. My endurance is built strong like never before. My joy is beyond any experience I ever imagined. I will overcome this. I am encouraged that a power far beyond my physical ability will appear and give me spiritual armor through this fight of lies with truth that will set me free.
Ms. Cunningham, I see that Ms. Langford has left the courtroom. Would you like to address the court?
Your Honor, let me see. I think she's probably, is she coming back? She's coming back, Your Honor. Okay. Ms. Langford, are you ready to make?
She didn't want to hear what Hock had to say because she knows it's going to be useless. She didn't want to be in the presence of him. Don't blame her. Resume and hit the like. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, everybody. Hit the like. Resume.
Your statement.
Ms. Cunningham, I would ask that you take the witness stands. I think that would be easier, please.
Marlene, yes, he is. I think he already is.
Can you provide a definition for the word woman?
Okay.
Ms. Langford, you may proceed if you would just please state your name and spell your name for my court reporter.
Okay, my name is Aisha, spelled A-I-S-H-I-A, Langford, L-A-N-K-F-O-R-D.
You may proceed.
All right. Your Honor, my name is Aisha Langford, as I said before, mother of Breasia Terrell. Before I continue, I'd like to thank the court for providing me the opportunity for me to speak today. July 9th, 2020, exactly 3 years ago, since the last time I saw my baby girl. When I dropped her clothes off for her and DL after I got off work and showered and headed over to the Jersey Ridge Apartments complex. Once I got outside the complex, Breasia running out, smiling as she always does, a smile that can light up a room, any room. We spoke for a few minutes while she held her dog, Chloe. She said she loved me, and I watched her run around to the apartment complex while her lovely locks bounced away around 6:30-ish. Those are my last words with my baby girl. So I wrapped my mental around her face. Her last words, she said to me, the amount of pain I felt and feel that no mom should ever have to feel, because man, that stuff hurts real bad in a different spot. I didn't even know it existed until you, Henry Dinkins, changed that for me. Broke my trust and emotions I had the day you took my baby girl from me and just gunned her down like she was nothing and left her and never said a word at all. It's really painful that a statement could bring so much anger. I have a number of questions for you, Henry Dinkins, surrounding that night that played through my mind every day. Did she want me? Was she scared? Did she see those gunshots coming? Did you shoot her while she was trying to get away? Did she scream for help? Did she beg you to stop? Did you see in her face when she realized she was shot the first time? What was her last words? Did you stay and watch my baby die? How long did she suffer? Did you watch the life leave from her beautiful hazel eyes? What did you do to my son? Why? Do you know the answers to any of these questions I asked, huh? Henry Dinkins, why you sit in this courtroom as if this shit don't hurt you? Watching you during these proceedings. That isn't right. You sit there with smiles and chatter during sensitive things and then try to speak to me when you never once spoke to me after July 14th, 2020. You remember. When I saw you in Scott County Jail telling me you didn't do this, but why you haven't said nothing then? Why? Henry Dinkins, closure doesn't exist here in this case. Justice doesn't exist here in this case. You didn't just take away my baby's life. You didn't just take away my baby's life. You took away everything from me. My family's sense of security, laughs, health, and potential. Potential for Breasia to be someone's wife. The potential to be a mother, a college graduate, prom, everything. Oh, my baby girl, Henry. I went from believing I wasn't the best mom, but made things happen, but best I could, to downing myself day in and day out as, what kind of person am I not to have protected my daughter? I've broken myself down many a times over and over, analyzing text messages, calls, and conversations about everything, trying to figure out what I could have done differently. I watched my oldest son completely lose his childhood and be the cast of being the man of the house for me, because I was truly broken the day I got the call stating they found my daughter. I'll never forget, March 22nd, 2021, around 7:30 p.m. So they told me they had information I have been waiting on. So that night, my tummy was in knots, and all I did was cry, and I held my pillow so tight, trying to hurry the nightfall so I could get up, so I could rush the kids to school and get on that highway near DeWitt, March 23rd, 2021. Once I got out there, it was a feeling I can't even describe, because it was the snuggle on my heart. Mentally, I was going insane because that was a different feeling in my body I wasn't used to. I kept myself covered from the media footage that was other, while I shed so many tears inside because I couldn't describe that my daughter lay behind those squad cars and big RV man. I couldn't do nothing to save her. All I got a glimpse of. All I got was a glimpse of a damn blue bag, man, that crushed my whole soul. I promise, broke me down, and still am. And my son commit to every hurt need I need, and still does. I watched my youngest baby become unrecognizable. At times, with the amount of anger he sits and holds to from this trauma you put him through, he's so hurt, he has no idea how to even understand or even cope with the loss of his best friend, partner in crime, his sister, who helped him through so much of his life. He would too overcome this and gain himself back and be somebody. He will not be what you have put him through or even made him sit through. We are suffering from so much, with anxiety and depression at the top of our list. I can't work at times because all the trauma on top of the world of things I encounter at most jobs, the social media crap, pushed me into a shell I haven't been able to shake quite yet. Our lives changed. 3 years went past us with no stops, right before our eyes. And here we are in this courtroom seeking the justice she deserved, so she could be laid to rest properly. Still yet, this all feel like a movie I haven't changed the channel to, because this can't just be it. Like, that's all. That's the piece that sinks in and still hurt, because I thought hearing you get a life sentence with no possibility of parole will help me sleep at night, and it just doesn't. because she didn't have to be gunned down like that, nor left like that, out there like she was just trash. She didn't deserve that. She didn't deserve to have her lifeless remains shown across the TVs. Like she did. She did it, Henry Dinkins. So whatever you get won't be enough because your family get to come to see you. And my baby is just that, just gone. And never, ever, ever coming back as she left me July 9th, 2020. Peace, understanding, and forgiveness will never come. I also truly hope what you did to her will haunt you for the rest of your life. I'll hold on to those good memories we shared and not how you left her and how she laid across that damn creepy swamp place thing where you left her and said not one word. How could you? How could you be such a monster, Henry? I am thankful for the justice for Breasia Terrell and my baby boy.
Thank you. Before I
Look at him. Everything she said didn't mean nothing to him. Just went through one ear out the other because it's poor down. These are how these sociopaths and narcissists, these whole cluster B personality disorders are. It's all about them. Them. Me. I. He doesn't care. Look at him. Somebody need to come up to him with some clippers and shave off all that hair off his head. I don't know where he get this hairstyle from, but it looks stupid on him. Well, you could take it off anyway. He gonna look stupid either way, so it don't make a difference. All right, Melvin said, how do you shop for bras? I need help. What? I'm a man raising a daughter. And he said, oh, okay. All right. That's a good question. I'll put something in the chat. Anybody, ladies, can help him with that? Put in chat, and I'll put something in chat too. All right, let's get back to it.
proceed with my judgment and sentence in this case, I must address some of the statements made by the defendant in this case to the court. This court has provided the defendant with very competent representation during the entire course of this action. Actually, the attorneys representing the defendant in this proceeding and in this trial, his last counsel, are very competent. We're very zealous in the representation of the defendant. Couldn't have asked for better attorneys. The court made its decision based on all the evidence that was presented in this case. The court's ruling was based on facts.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dave.
I find no legal basis to grant any of the defendant's motions for judgment of acquittal or new trial if that was the intent of some of his statements as a pro se motion. Because the defendant was found guilty of 2 Class A felonies, this court has no discretion on what the sentence shall be imposed. Rather, life imprisonment is mandatory. The court notes, however, that the defendant has an adult criminal record dating back to 1989. This history, coupled with the horrific nature of these offenses against his own child's sister, requires that this defendant be removed from society for the protection of society. This sentence provides for both punishment and for protection of the community. Mr. Dinkins, it's unconscionable that you would take such actions to murder a 10-year-old child who was entrusted to your care. It is very clear to this court that you have no conscience or remorse for your actions. You blatantly lied about trying to find Breasia. You took no legitimate actions to find her. You knew exactly where she was. Due to your extensive criminal history and the fact that you removed Breasia from the place that you were authorized to care for her, and then take Breasia to a dark, deserted area in the country and shoot her in such a horrific manner, supports the finding that the sentences to be imposed on both counts 1 and 2 shall be served consecutively. Mr. Dinkins, pursuant to this court's finding you guilty on September 15th of 2023 of murder in the first degree in violation of Iowa Code Section 707.1, paren 1, paren A, and as provided by Sections 902.1, it is the judgment and sentence of this court that you be committed to the custody of the Iowa Department of Corrections for the rest of your natural life without the possibility of parole. Pursuant to this court's finding you guilty on September 15th, 2023 of kidnapping in the first degree in violation of Iowa Code Section 710.2 and as provided by Iowa Code Section 902.1, it is the judgment and sentence of this court that you be committed to the custody of the Iowa Department of Corrections for the rest of your natural life without the possibility of parole. DNA sampling will be required. Each of these counts will be served consecutive to one another for the reasons stated earlier. The Iowa Medical and Classification Center is designated as a reception center to which you shall be delivered by the sheriff. Pursuant to Iowa Code Section 910.3B1 in paren 1, you are ordered to pay to the heirs of Breasia Terrell, and as noted by the county attorney, to Aisha Langford, $150,000. Mr. Freeze, do you wish to address Category B expenses at this time?
Your Honor, I believe that given Mr. Dinkins' status presently and going forward, he'll certainly be indigent and qualify for a waiver of Category B expenses.
Ms. Cunningham, do you wish to address the court on this matter?
No, Your Honor, and the state would not resist the court entering that finding.
Based on that, the court will find that Mr. Dinkins is indigent and does not have the reasonable ability to pay Category B expenses. Now that you have been sentenced, it is my duty to advise you of your right to appeal. Under Iowa law, you have the right to appeal your conviction and sentence to the Iowa Supreme Court. In order to do so, you must file a written notice of appeal with the clerk of this court within 30 days from today's date. Failure to file such notice of appeal in that fashion will be deemed a waiver of your right to appeal. In other words, you will lose it. If you think you want to appeal but don't think you can afford an attorney or transcript of these proceedings for that purpose, you have a right to make application with this court for court-appointed counsel and a transcript of these proceedings, all at the expense of the state of Iowa. Just be aware all of this must be done within the 30-day time limit that I have just outlined. I'm sure if you have any questions concerning this, Mr. Freeze or Mr. Waters would be happy to address this with you. I'll acknowledge receipt of any pre-sentence investigation reports that have been printed for the purpose of today's sentencing. No appeal bond will be issued in this case. Minimus will issue immediately. Anything further in this matter?
Your Honor, I do want to make a record relative to some comments of Mr. Dinkins. Mr. Dinkins spoke to the issue of the state having provided all of these exhibits during the trial that he had not received. The state did comply with all discovery requests that were made. I would note that there were a significant amount of photographs. There were a significant amount of body-worn camera footage that was generated by virtue of officers and their involvement in the investigation, as well as recorded interviews. There is a record that would reflect what was provided by discovery, but I want to speak to the practice of this particular prosecutor when I am in trial. My practice has always been one to make copies of any exhibits that I'm going to introduce during the trial and provide that to counsel. So while they may have received that during the course of discovery, I find that it's very beneficial for defense counsel just to have a copy that I'm presenting to the witness right there on the table before them so that they can follow along as I'm introducing those exhibits. I want to make it clear that when Mr. Dinkins suggests that these were exhibits that were just came out of the blue and were presented for the first time, that was not the case. It's simply the state's way of being very considerate of my colleagues on the opposite side of the table and making their jobs easier and making the process flow much, I think, more efficiently by providing those copies. So I think it's important to make that record. Additionally, Mr. Dinkins had indicated that there was a lack of notice of various witnesses. Certainly, the court understands and defense counsel understands that with respect to any.
And I want to give a shout out to Annette. And thank you for the channel blessing. Thank you. And thank you everybody for being here. Thank you everybody for being here and engaging and all that good stuff. I appreciate it. And there was something else I wanted to say here. There was a comment here. I'll get back to it. But thank you, Annette, and blessings to you. Thank you. All right, resume.
Any type of criminal prosecution, the state's required to file minutes of testimony, and then if there are, supplemental additional minutes of testimony that need to be filed, that is done. There were several sets of minutes of testimony that were filed. Every witness that was called to the stand to testify were individuals who were listed in those minutes of testimony, and every report that documented their statements to law enforcement or any investigative steps taken by law enforcement was a part of those investigative reports. And in fact, the state would further speak to the issue of expert testimony, particularly that of the FBI's testimony. My predecessor, who had been on the case before I
Look at him. He does not care. Oh gosh, really? Listen to all of them. They all just picking on me because I'm a black man. That's all it is. They're just picking on me. I didn't do anything wrong. Nothing happened. Yeah. You went over to the house to pick up your son. You took your son's sister. They was under your responsibility. You and that other heifer. What'd you call her? Andrea. Yeah, I call her a heifer. Okay? You know what you did wrong. I only want to know. You know what? I don't know, but I really don't want him to confess about exactly what happened to that girl that night. We don't need to know because we already know. I don't even want to hear it. I know she had a horrific night. This beautiful girl. You wasn't protected. If you was protected the way you supposed to as a child, we would not be discussing this right now. You should have never been in his presence. Or DL too. Either him. She was not protected. When we have children, we're supposed to protect our children. We're not supposed to let our children be around any old body. Not at all. You just bump up with DL's father and say, hey, I think you need to be around your son. Oh, okay, bring him over for the weekend. I never heard of such a thing. I never did. This is something new to me. Date smart, not thirsty. Resume.
Took office had filed additional minutes of testimony indicating there had been a USB drive provided that set forth all of their investigative reports. Even though that discovery had been provided, I went through the process of filing duplicative additional minutes of testimony to specifically identify every one of those individuals and to provide each of their reports that were generated through the FBI laboratory. And I would also note that when Mr. Dinkins speaks to the change in testimony, every witness who got on the stand to testify. The testimony that they provided stemmed from statements that was made to law enforcement, and there was no steps taken by the state to coerce any of these witnesses to provide fabricated testimony. Certainly, the state understands its obligation, but even if we, didn't have, a strong sense of obligation to that, the state, our job, first and foremost, is to do justice. And justice takes on many different faces. And there are times when justice is best served if the facts are such that they indicate there should not be a prosecution. But in other instances, justice is served when crimes have been committed and the state goes forward and engages in those prosecutions. The state is very mindful of that obligation, and there was nothing untoward in any of the actions taken by the state. And that's the only record that I wanted to make for this, recognizing that there will be additional proceedings, I'm sure, relative to the appeal or any future post-conviction relief action.
I will leave the issue of the amounts totally payable to the Crime Victims Compensation Assistance Program. I will leave that open for further hearing. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything further, Mr. Breasia?
No, thank you.
I'll conclude this matter.
I'm sure, relative.
This program, I will leave that open for further hearing. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, let's watch Ham
Anything
Hock
for
walk
the
out the
mysteries?
courtroom. You're
I'll
done.
conclude this matter.
You're done, Ham Hock face. Bye-bye. I know you're going to be somebody's girlfriend in the jailhouse. They're going to toss you around like they did the movie Oz. Lovejoy, you up in here? Lovejoy, you still here? Say something. Remember the movie Oz? Yeah, they're going to get him like Oz. They're going to get him like Oz. Anybody remember that movie? Come on, let's go back. Let's have a little fun here. Let's have a little fun. All right, let's watch it again.
Anything further, Mr. Breasia?
No, thank you.
I'll conclude this matter.
Bye-bye, Ham Hock. What a loser. What a loser. This is a darn shame. All right, let me put some music back on here. Okay. I'm sorry. I had to get my laughs because I can't stand this clown. I can't stand him. I can't stand him. Can't stand him. And during this whole time, PJ, hello, Donna, everyone. This is me first time in your chat. Well, welcome. Glad to have you here. Glad to have you. This is so pathetic. When you listen to everything he said, he didn't care. He didn't care about that girl. I think these are my thoughts and opinions. And I put the link in. Wait a minute. Okay. Put the link again. Yeah, I put the link in again. If anybody wants to jump up here and share their thoughts and opinions, we have a few minutes here. But this is so pathetic. And this dude took her, ribbed that. So the point I'm trying to say is, there's no remorse. There's no empathy. And I personally feel these are my thoughts and opinions. He only got with the mother. Where's she at? Where's mama? He only got with the mother. On the right, that's the mother. On the left, that's the grandma. Grandma's on the stand. If you want to see that, you can watch my past commentary. See. He only got with her to be around this beautiful little girl. See, this is what I'm trying to say, ladies. You got to be careful, these men that you date. Because a lot of them only coming into your life, Mr. Handyman, Mr. Cool, throwing balls with your kids and having a good time. Because a lot of them, they just trying to get around your children. That's it. They don't want you, they want your children. This is so sad. This is so sad. This really is so sad. Anybody want to come here? Now I was thinking, since we have, because I didn't want to go past like 2 hours. We got a little time here. Would y'all like to see the interrogation? Would you like me to repeat the interrogation? Or the body cam? Pick your choice. Interrogation or body cam? Put in the comments. Or put down nothing. We can end it right now. The interrogation or the body cam? Hope I can find interrogation. Yeah, I should be able to find it. and high nights. Only trial and tribulations he faces in prison. This is not life struggle. This is life sentence. Weird Al. LOL. He thinks that his hairdo is cute. He do. He think he fine with that hairstyle. Just want to take clips and shave it all off. But my biggest concern is that this where is he? This is my biggest concern here, because our children is our future, and I'm really scared what his future is about. I really don't want to get into too much detail saying things because I don't want to put out in the universe. But all I have to say is he needs some proper therapy. Proper therapy. Okay. Let me see. Did anybody say anything? Did you want me to show? Okay. I got 2 interrogation. Amber said interrogation. Kyung said interrogation. Kay said interrogation. Alrighty. Alright. We're gonna do interrogation. And blessings to you. Blessings to you. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, just give me a second so I can find it. Look at him. So what you do is enjoy the music while you wait, and if you didn't hit the like button, hit it now. All right, so give me a few seconds so I can try to find this interrogation. Ooh. Okay, this interrogation is kind of long. I thought it was a little bit shorter. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put on a faster speed. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So try to catch up. You need to slow down your end. So we're going to put on a faster speed 1.5. All right. So this is interrogation. Let's listen to this. And you think you wasn't going to be found guilty? Really, dude? Really? All right, like I said, this is interrogation. Is on speed 1.5, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it.
Detective Obert,
Kay said thick neck ham hock. He does have that look. Yes, he was sentenced, I guess, 2 lives. He's never going to be able to walk the streets, girl. He's done.
Harry, what's up, you done? See your phone? No, I was calling the officer back. Yeah, I'm down there. Hello?
Okay, what's taking you so long to answer my phone call and text message?
Well, I didn't see your phone call. I just answered it just now, did I?
Okay, you're at the police station?
Yes, sir. I'm right here right now.
Alright, do you have any info for us?
What type of info? Like what? Like what?
Tell him that, hey,
Yeah, he's in the interview room right now.
hey, we're in an interview with him, we got it.
Hang tight.
Your phone's gonna be sitting right here, okay?
Okay.
Henry?
Hey, what's up?
I'm glad you're able to get down.
I was gonna come down, man.
It just makes it easier, we just can make contact with you right away.
But I was right there with the officer when he called.
Yeah, but then you left.
Because
'Twas just getting dark on Halloween night. Monsters and ghosts.
she left and it was Aisha, and it made me mad because she was, basically blaming it all on me. But
First let's just start with your,
my name,
yeah.
Henry Dinkins.
H-E-N-R-Y?
Yes, sir.
And then can you spell your last name for me?
K-I-N-K-I-N-S.
I'm not quite this, so we don't have to get this right here. There we go. Middle initial?
E.
Date of birth?
August 2nd, 72.
Good phone number for you?
I don't know another part. It's out there.
Okay. And then the address is your address up there?
No,
or?
no, I live in my mobile.
And where's
I
that?
don't know the address. I just know it's right there by Nestle Koreans. Right there. Right there. That's that. It's a mobile home.
Mobile home? And is it on Schmidt Road?
Yes, yes.
And what does it look like?
It's all white. It's got King Highway on.
King Highway?
Yeah.
And say if I were to go on Rockingham.
All you gotta do is go down. You will see them.
On Schmidt, take a left on Schmidt Road.
Take the Smith Road, go down, and you will see, like, the back of the trailers. You will see them. And then
Like the semi-trailers?
Semi-trailers, yeah. And then you pull into there, and you will see it right there.
Okay. Oh, wait, and then it says what on it?
King's Highway.
And that's where you stay?
Yes.
Is there an address associated with
I mean,
it?
I don't know the address, you know what I mean? But there's an address on the building.
Okay.
But I don't know the address on the building. That's what the officer was asking me, and I told him I didn't know it.
Okay. And so do you have agreement with that building?
Yes.
To have your
Yes.
mobile in there? Okay.
Yes.
All right. And where do you work at?
I don't work right there. I was working at William Precision Steel, but I was waiting until after the corona stuff was over with.
Okay. And you are currently dating...
I mean, she's like a close friend,
Okay.
but, we close, you know what I'm saying?
How long you guys been friends for?
A few years.
A few years.
Yes, sir.
Really, Andrea? He doesn't even claim you. Even in the body cam, he didn't claim you. You're just a friend, a close friend. Ladies, we gotta do better. Resume.
And what's her name?
Andrea Culberson.
And did you drive her car here, or...
I'm gonna leave that blank.
What do you mean? Well,
I mean,
I get it.
yeah.
I kind of get where you're going at, but is her car parked out front?
No.
No. Where's her Impala at?
Her and Paula's with my homie right now, so
Where at?
they moving around in it.
Who's moving around in it?
My homies.
Who's that?
Lil Vince.
What's his real name?
Vince.
Well, okay. Vince what?
Harris.
And they're riding around in it?
Until I call him.
Okay. And anyone else with Vince looking for it?
No.
Do you have a phone number for Vince?
No, I don't.
Okay. Just so I can confirm with him that's what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but this is crazy, man.
Okay. So let's start out with yesterday.
Yesterday.
Or did you have the kids prior to that? Well,
No, yesterday, Lil Dink wanted to come with me.
Okay. So let's backtrack there. Lil Dink is
Notorious.
okay, and he is
My son.
your son,
Yeah.
and that's with
Aisha.
Aisha. And Victoria's last name is
I don't know what last name she got.
okay. What's his first name?
Detorius.
And then you
Mosley. Yeah,
Victoria's Mosley, and his mother is Aisha Langford.
Aisha Langford.
Okay. And then do you have any other biological?
No, I raised Breasia.
Since how old was she?
My baby.
Okay. And
Well said. Sociopath at its finest. I think it was strong. Did you say it? But someone put down in the chat evaluation, his mental state. I wish we had a psychological evaluation. I would love to hear it. Because we love to do the psychological evaluation on this channel. We do that. Definitely. But they didn't have it. But we all know he's a sociopath. Sociopath, one thing about them, they lie over lies. Very charming. Piece of crap. Resume.
So you raised her with Aisha?
Yes.
How long were you and Aisha together for?
Like 2 years. But we stayed close friends.
But you guys stay close friends. So how long? So you guys
We've been friends all the way to now.
Okay. How long ago did you guys break up? Break it off?
It's like 6 years ago. I'm only guessing that. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
approximate though.
Right.
So Notorious Breasia are kind of what you consider your
My
kids.
kids,
Is that
they're my
fair to say?
kids, they're my kids.
Okay. And so did you pick them up yesterday, or when did you pick them up from Aisha, or how did that exchange go?
Me and I. I'm trying to stay cool right now. Me and Aisha, I had seen them, and they said they wanted to come and spend time with me.
What do you mean?
Yesterday.
Okay. And where at?
I don't even remember. But they wanted to spend time with me. And, you know me, I'm like, yeah, y'all can spend time. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It's just like crazy. It's just crazy.
So what time did you see them yesterday?
I don't even remember.
Was it early in the morning, late in the evening?
So it was probably around in the afternoon sometime.
And this was at Aisha's house?
I don't remember where we was talking, but I picked them up at Aisha's mom's house.
Picked them up from Aisha's mom's house at approximately what
I
time?
don't remember what time, sir.
Like evening, what time of day?
Well, I think it was around the evening time.
Evening time? So you picked them up from Aisha, and what car were you in when you picked them up?
I don't remember. I think it was the Impala. I don't know. I don't remember. It probably was the Bread. I don't know.
Okay. And then, so you picked them up, bring them back here. Well, bring them back up. Do you take them straight to your home, or
no.
Just let me through your day.
We went to my cousin's house. We went down to my cousin's house, and they played with my little cousins, and they wanted to go.
What cousin's house was that?
That Vince.
Oh, Vince. Okay. And where does he live?
On Taylor.
Oh, Taylor and what?
Between 6th and 6th.
Do you know the exact address or no?
No.
Okay.
But I guess they wanted to go to the house, so we went to the house. They started playing the games at the house, and then they took their showers, and then they got into bed. You know, me and Andrew laid down. I got up. I left. Came back.
What time did you leave around?
I don't even remember, sir. I mean,
and what the sleeping arrangements? How is that? Like who sleeps where in the house? And
I mean, the kids were in Andrew's room.
Okay.
Me and Andrew was sitting out in the living room.
Okay.
We was in the living room, and I had left and came back. And then when I left, I think I went down to Little Ben's house, but nobody was there. And when I came back, you know, I did a little look around. I didn't see Bree. No, that wasn't that time. I don't remember. Oh, that's a lie. That's a ball-faced lie. It wasn't even at that time. What time was it? I don't ever look at the time, so I mean, I'm really confused with the time. But I know when I went and looked for Bree, so I only seen Little Dink in the bed. Okay. And I left. So I went like moving around, and I
left the apartment.
Like the apartment, yeah, and went like out and about, you know, where she was living, and out there in I don't know, the apartment goes out there. I don't know.
But you're okay.
Miguel, you too funny. If ugly is a crime, he's looking at federal charges. I'm done.
Sorry about that. So I can get this straight. So, you pick them up from Aisha's. You go to Vince's house.
Right,
play with the kids. Then you head up to Andrew's house. Okay. Did you go to your trailer at all?
No.
Okay. And then so you guys go there. You said the kids shower and they get ready for bed, and they sleep in Andrea's room, in the same bed together.
Yes.
And then you and Andrea in the living room. And then at one point you leave in the night. How many hours do you think it was between when you first got there and then you left the apartment?
Probably like about 3-4 hours.
Okay.
Yeah,
around.
I figured.
And so then you leave, but is everyone still in those same like kind of areas when you leave?
No, when I was there.
When you left?
Yeah, when I left, ain't nobody came out of no room.
Yeah, everyone was.
Everybody was still, you know, situated. Notorious was before I left. Notorious was still playing the game, and I went in there, and he said he was done playing the game, so I turned the TV off, and he went to sleep. And then, you know what I'm saying, I went in the living room, sat around for a while, bored. I'm saying, left, came back. I'm saying.
How long were you gone for?
I don't know, probably so 45 minutes to an hour, 30 minutes, I don't know, somewhere around there.
Okay, and then you come back, and then kind of what do you do when you get back? Nothing. Did you like just go to bed, or did
No,
you
I
stay in the living room?
I was in the living room. I wasn't even tired. Yeah. But I period like when I was there, so I periodically checked on, make sure it was good enough, because we had the air conditioner on, so I unplug it because it gets too cold.
Okay.
So I pretty much, you know what I'm saying. Like I said, when I realized that, and it's kind of odd because I never known Bree to ever leave, ever. You know what I'm saying? Never, ever leave. It was just odd. You know what I mean? And when I realized it, you know what I'm saying. Like I said, I was looking around. Then when I came back, Andrea was up. She like, what's wrong? I'm like, man, something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? I was freaking out a little bit. So she like, I'm like, man, I'll talk to you. Let me figure this shit out. And you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want her stressing. You know what I'm saying? So, and then when I came back, I grabbed Dink. You know, and I'm like, man, he like, Dad, where is Bree? I said, I don't know. He's like, and then we rolled around. And I texted his mom. When I texted his mom, she was at work, and she was like, I'm like, hey, Bree's missing. She's like, well, stop playing with me. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing with me. I'm like, man, no, I'm not playing for real. And she was like, stop playing with me. I said, look, man, I'm not playing. So I gave Dink the phone. Dink told her, like, Mom, we don't know where she at. So then he handed me the phone back. I'm like, I got to talk to him. Like, man, your mom mad at you. He said, Dad, I don't understand why mom mad at you. You know, you haven't done nothing. I'm like, I mean, but I'm still responsible. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know, don't know what to say to them, you know. So then me and her met up, and she was like,
you and Aisha met up?
Yeah.
Where at?
Diets never helped me lose weight.
But I lost 10 pounds with it.
Okay.
And Aisha was like really upset. And I said, you know what I'm saying? I understand how you come in. I feel what you're saying right now, but you know, you stressing out right now. It's not going to help us out right now. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We have to figure this shit out. You know. So I was like, well, you're responsible.
Exactly, nice. Now his sister will support him in jail. I wouldn't support my brother doing something like this. Nope, not happening. Resume.
You know, and it made me feel so fucking bad because, you know, I am responsible. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I just, like I said, I was like lost. Didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to say to her. I was lost for words. I couldn't even talk to her really. And she was yelling and screaming. And then she said, I'm going to call somebody to come out there to Andrea's apartment. I said, okay. You know what I'm saying? So we went out there. When the dude approached, you know what I'm saying?
The dude as in?
The officer.
Okay.
So
did you call 911?
No, she did. I told her I was going to go to the police station at first. She said, no, let's go to the apartment. You know what I'm saying? So I said, well, we can call at the apartment. You know what I'm saying? And Aisha was like, because first I'm thinking like, she ain't really missing. You know what I mean? Something, you know what I'm saying? Maybe something, I don't know. But once it really set in that, ain't nobody find her. That's when it hit me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
Bill said, no more juicy steaks, barbecue ribs, pork chops, spaghetti, mac and cheese, the good kind. I know, right? The good kind. Everybody can make mac and cheese. Fried fish, Chinese food, Italian food like pizza, and other forms of comfort food for him. Yep, it's done. He'll never have that again. Let's get back to it.
She's listening. You know what I mean?
So did you call 911 or did
Aisha did.
Okay, you didn't call 911.
No, because.
And Aisha called with her own phone?
I'm not for sure, sir. I don't know.
Did Aisha ever have your phone?
I called Aisha first because I was really.
But did Aisha ever have possession of your phone?
No.
Okay. So let's backtrack here a little bit. Do you remember at what point, or approximately at what point of the night you realized Bree was gone?
I don't remember what time it was.
Were you sitting around and then kind of like run me through again of when you noticed she was gone?
Like, you know, when I came back the second time, you know.
After being gone for like 45 minutes.
Yeah, I did like a little check, you know, and you know, and she wasn't there.
She wasn't there. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So.
And you don't know what time you got back?
Well, I don't remember.
Gotcha.
I don't remember. And I was like, I was scared you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, wow, what the fuck's going on? You know what I mean? But I didn't think it was like this serious. You know what I'm saying? I really was like confused.
Okay. And so you get back, and then can we put a time frame in between at least? Like, are we talking like 10 to 11 at night? Or are we talking like
After hours. It was
Like-
probably after hours. It was
like-
probably like closer. I don't remember the time. I'm not gonna.
12 to 2?
I didn't even. The reason why I don't remember the time is because I didn't have my phone.
Gotcha. Where's your phone at?
It was sitting right there on the table, and I mean,
What do you mean sitting right there on the
it
table?
was sitting right there. Well, not on the table, on the. I think it was sitting on the ledge.
In the apartment?
In the apartment. It was
But you were in the apartment, right?
Yes.
Okay.
no, but when I left, I didn't have my phone.
When you left to
Go down a little distance.
Little Vince's, okay. But then you got back.
When I got back,
Okay.
and then I left again. I left twice.
And where'd you leave for the second time, or what was that?
I think I went to the quick shop. Got a pack of cigarettes or something like that.
What do you remember? What quick shop?
Quick shop on 53rd.
Okay. And about what time would that have been?
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know.
And you got a pack of cigarettes there?
Yes.
So, just so I have it straight, you went to Vince's, you come back, how long between when you got?
I'm trying to put the time frame together. I could be
Yeah.
off, but I know where I went.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to
I'll
figure out.
And then,
So you got back from quick shop with the cigarettes, and then what happened after that?
nothing.
No, well, okay, but then you got back.
And then, like I said, I got back. I don't know what time it was, sir.
Okay,
All I
that's
know-
fine, we can move past that.
All I know is
At one point or another, you noticed that Bree is not in the room. Okay. And then so, what do you do immediately after you notice Bree's not?
I go outside.
Go outside, okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Yep.
the first thing I did. You know what I'm saying? You know, I went outside.
Okay. And then, like, just around the area, or did you get in a car and drive
Well, I
somewhere?
went around the area first.
Okay.
And then I started moving around, like trying to get close within the areas. You know what I mean? Trying to look to see if she was walking. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever.
And for the sake of, I'm not handing you off on a driving charge. If you went and drove and tried to find her in certain places,
I went in the area where out there. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to see
around the apartment complex.
No, like outside. You know what I'm saying? Like when I put in.
Shout out to you two for sending out the recommendations. And welcome, Miguel. Hi, Donna. I was recommended your channel and I am now a fan. Oh, blessings. Glad to have you here. Subscribe, like, all of the above. That's what I'm talking about. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. All right, back to it.
Like those businesses and stuff like that?
No,
or-
like the streets.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what
The
I'm saying?
nearby streets.
I don't know what streets. I mean, I don't. Like the streets that would go back, the streets that would go forward. You know what I'm saying? It was like by Blockbusters.
Blockbuster. You mean
In the video?
In the video.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know, I call
yeah,
Blockbuster.
gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yep. And then how long were you looking for her approximately the first time?
What you mean the first time? I looked for a while. I've been looking for a period.
Yeah, no, but then you do come back to the apartment you said earlier.
When I went looking for her, I did come back to get.
Yeah. So I'm asking just how long was that time frame of prior to picking up?
I don't know, sir.
Okay. But did you have your phone then when you were looking for her or no?
No, I wasn't even thinking about the
About
phone.
the phone. I
wasn't even,
yeah.
the phone wasn't even a concern, sir. You know what I'm saying? Finding her was
Yep.
a concern.
For sure.
So the phone really wasn't a concern.
So you come back, you grab Dink, and then is that when you and Andrea have a conversation about what's going on, or
No.
or do you have the conversation prior to you leaving that long time?
I never really talked to Andrea, period, until basically I talked to Aisha. You know what I'm saying?
So Andrea had no idea until after you spoke with Aisha?
She didn't have no idea, period. Like, she didn't have no full understanding of what was going on.
Did she know Breasia was gone?
Yeah, I guess she did. I don't know.
What do you mean?
Because I don't know if she went in the room.
Okay.
That's one thing I don't know if she went in the room, so.
So she knew you were upset or you were panicking about something, but she didn't know
She
what.
didn't, but I know when I came back to get Dink was laying on the couch.
Okay.
Dink was in the bed at first.
Yep.
So evidently she knew then.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That Bree is not in the house.
Gotcha.
No, I mean, we didn't talk about that, but I mean, it's like common sense type of thing.
Yeah, it's like, oh, putting two and two together. Gotcha. So then you pick up Dink and you guys go looking again, right?
Right.
And sometime during that time you call Aisha, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then you guys meet at Burger King?
Yes.
Okay.
No, McDonald's, not Burger King. McDonald's on Kimberly.
On Kimberly, like East Kimberly?
East. Yeah, it wasn't no Burger King.
Tate, bingo, you hit the nail on the head. Henry didn't want the police to get that phone because there was watching. Yep. Exactly. I don't know why that didn't come up in the trial, but it must be some sort of reason. Shouldn't have been born. Shouldn't have been born. He should never been born. Resume.
It was McDonald's.
So you guys meet there in that parking lot, or did you guys go inside at all? Or?
No, because she was mad. And she was like furious. You know what I'm saying? She really didn't want to talk to me. But the only thing she kept saying, you're responsible, you're responsible, you're responsible, you're responsible. You know what I'm saying? Why wasn't you watching? I'm like, what you mean? She's asleep. The fuck you mean? You know what I'm saying? Who watches? You know what I'm saying? I periodically check, but
Any places you could, I mean, you probably already checked them, but any place in particular that she enjoys or goes to?
I ain't been around my kids in a while, so.
No, how long has it been?
Some months. Like, other than, being down there with the river with them, saying, barbecuing for them. As for really having a bond like the way we used to have.
Like spending the night?
Like, period, like our close bond, period, like, be spending time with them, being with them, around them all the time. That's been some time back, you know what I mean? So.
And how long do you think you were at Vince's place for?
He wasn't there.
No, I'm talking about when you took the kids there after picking them up from.
For a while.
Several hours, probably.
See, it was some hours. I know it was some hours.
Was it dark when you guys got home from Vince's?
No, it was
still a little late.
It was still a little light.
Okay.
Oh my God, this is getting me a headache.
You have a point, Tate. Grandma didn't either. This is so sad. This could all been avoided. You don't let your kids go with a loser like this. Not at all. You gotta beg a grown man to be involved in his child's life? Are you kidding me? Alright, because someone left me a comment. I don't know how true it is, so nobody hold me to it. Do your research, whatever. But what I'm getting is, Hock was married. Then somebody else left me another comment saying he still is married to this woman. And it's not Andrea. Okay? And I guess they was living in a building behind Breasia and her mother or whatever. And Breasia's mother was babysitting their kid or something like that. And I guess he started messing with Breasia's mother, and then that's when they had DL. I don't know how true it is, but this is what, some people leave me comments or whatever, emails and stuff like that, and let me know different things. I don't know how true it is, but that's how I guess they hooked up. So this mother was a babysitter. And I guess they started, sneaking in the back or whatever it is. And then turned around and she had DL. And at the time when she had DL, I think when she just had DL or something like that, he was in jail. Oh, it's just a hot mess, this whole thing. A whole thing. I don't know how true it is, but I also heard, like I said, that he still is married. Because don't you remember when she was on the stand? She kind of caught herself saying certain things. She looked at prosecution like, was I supposed to say that? Is it too much information? Remember, if not, look back at my past commentary. You'll see it. You'll see it. Resume.
And you said the kids took a shower, did what they need to do to get ready for bed right when they got home? When they got
After they ate, like,
So it was a little bit, yeah. Okay. And this, my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, is this the first time that her and Detorius have spent the night up there?
Yes. That's why I'm really confused. You know what I'm saying? It was like, Lil Dick used to stay with me all the time when I lived on 35th. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Can you grab my phone so I can see what that is?
I got it.
Yeah, that's my phone.
I will just leave it for a second.
I just want to tell them to come down here. You know what I mean?
Because I thought you went and picked them up, or they came with you, or something like that.
What you mean by that?
I was told that you went and got your mom, or your mom came with you.
No, they was out of town.
Your mom's out of town?
They was closer towards Iowa City. They said they was turning around.
Gotcha.
Because, I thought they would be there, but they wasn't there.
Gotcha. So, okay. First time that they spent the night, apartment 8, right? Was that it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you spent the night there multiple times though prior to this?
Periodically.
Periodically.
And then, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, periodically. Off and on.
Okay. Just so I make sure I have everything right. Kids go to bed. They sleep in the bedroom.
Yes, sir.
So you guys sleep on the air mattress out there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But you don't go to bed. You go back to Vince's.
I went down there, but they wasn't there.
But no one was there, so you didn't.
Well, hold on. Let me rephrase that. Didn't nobody answer.
No one answered. Okay, gotcha.
I don't know if they was there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just no reply.
So did you go straight to Vince's and then straight back?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You didn't make any stops anywhere else, right?
So Tate, you heard the same thing. That's what I heard too, Miss Donna. So you heard that too. Very interesting. Very interesting. And she was, I guess, I don't know how, they say different things. Was Breasia 2 years old or a couple of months when she hooked up with Hock and had the baby? Well, had the baby, yeah. Trying to get timelines. I'm a little off here, so I don't want to say nothing wrong. Oh boy. Resume.
Anything like that? Not that I can recall. And then then you went back, and then was it a certain amount of time before you went to the quick shop to get cigarettes, or was
It wasn't right away.
okay? There's some lull in between that.
I mean, probably, I'm not saying like, I'm not gonna say and guess the time, because I don't know. I don't want to put a frame on the time, and I really don't know the time. You know what I mean?
Right here.
Hold up. He's wearing a wedding band in the video. You talking about this video? I didn't even know that. So, if this is all correct, Breasia's mother was messing with a married man. And Andrea comes along and mess with a married man too. Not good. Not good, ladies. Not good. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. Resume.
So, and then did you go to quick shop in the Impala, or is it a different car that you?
Yes, I went
in the Impala. Okay. Got cigarettes, and then you went straight back. Okay.
That took about 35
Quick shop on 53rd. Is that the?
Susie, I'm trying to figure it out too.
By North High School, you mean?
North High School.
Head back, and then it's after that.
I have my co-host who popped on, the real Jack Newtown.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Oh, let me change the setting so if you talk, people won't hear you. Okay. Yes. Well, Jack, we on the interrogation, so we going back a little bit. We watching interrogation of
Did the
him.
pork chop provide a statement?
Lies after lies and more lies.
Oh.
Born loser. Born loser.
With dookie braids.
Yeah. And he think he fine with the walk in the courtroom strutting like he's the man. He's the man. Well, you the man to these women. I'm sorry. If you dealing with a ham hock like him, you have to have low self-esteem, and that's so sad. That's really so sad. You need to
Women? You mean ratchet queens?
Need to do better. And you pick this to lay down with unprotected and have a baby by it?
Hey, that's their standard. They're in the same level he is, pretty much.
Well, that's true.
You know, people say do better, but how can you do better? Is that something that you prefer?
That's true. You have a point. I stand to be corrected. You're right. Got a point. Reason.
That is when you notice Breasia's wasn't there. Then you go outside, you check first around the apartment area.
And I did see her.
You didn't see her. Then you check some of the nearby streets.
I did see her. Then that's when I panicked. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I knew Aisha was still asleep, so I really didn't want to call her until I knew that she got up.
Okay.
So when I called her, you know what I'm saying, she was up, but she was at work.
Where did she work at?
I don't know.
Okay.
I know it's a fast food place.
Okay.
And like I said, when I talked to her on the phone, she was like, quit playing with me. You know what I mean? Stop playing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm not playing with you, man. I'm keeping this shit real. Because at first she thought it was a joke. And I told her, this is not a joke. You know what I'm saying? And that's when she said, well, there's only one person here at the job. So I said, all right, you got to get off. You got to get off. You got to get off. You got to get off right now. So.
And you just left your phone in the apartment.
Yeah.
See, this is what I love with the feedback. Because I might not see something, but somebody else sees something. I might not know this, but somebody else might know it. We all learning from each other. So what are y'all saying? Y'all seeing this ring too? Yeah, I see it too. I didn't see it. Let me focus more on this ring. Let me see it. Wow. Resume.
I really wasn't thinking about the phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, no, for sure.
That wasn't priority.
I'm trying. I get. Well, Susie Q says, I guess there's somebody for everyone. I guess so, right, Susie? I guess so. I guess so. Mm-hmm. Okay, back to it.
And I was getting ready to leave my phone when I grabbed a little dink because, you know what I'm saying? But that's when Andrew said, "Hey, take your phone." You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Oh," I'm like, "Where is it?" And then that's when I grabbed my phone.
Gotcha.
And
And
then
that's how you were able to
communicate
with Aisha.
Right.
But you never called 911?
No, I didn't. Because I really wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It was like, I really wasn't for sure. I should have dialed 911, but I really wasn't for sure, you know what I mean? So I didn't dial 911.
So then you met at Aisha at McDonald's, and then did you guys ride together? Well, not in the same car, but
We
followed each other back up to the.
We rode up there to the apartment, and that's when Lil Dink came out and said that the officer's outside. I said, okay, I'm coming outside. So I went outside, and that's when Aisha got kind of like a little frustrated, I'll say, and he was trying to tell us like, no, give me information. I'm like, who? The officer. He was like, give me information. You know what I'm saying? Aisha, she was so mad she didn't want to give him information. I'm like, you gotta give me information. You have to. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying? She walked away. That's when I walked away. Because I was just as mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, is you fucking serious? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's what I call I. Okay. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And it made me mad. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what the fuck, man? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, who doesn't give the fucking information? I don't have no picture of Bree. You know what I'm saying? I have just like 1 or 2 pictures, period, in my phone with Lil Dink. You know what I'm saying? I used to have a lot of pictures of him in other phones. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't have them in this phone. Okay. So,
So you took Taurus with you, and then you met Aisha at McDonald's.
Yes.
So you get back to the apartments. How does Dink come out of the apartment when he's supposed to be with you and Aisha at the McDonald's?
No, that's not what I said. I said, Lil Dink.
Tate, I can't. It seemed like the grandmother had slept with Ham Hock. And why did she come to court not wearing a bra with the Walmart blouse on? I don't get it either. I don't get it, these people coming into court like this. Shoot, you can go to Walmart, get a simple, nice white blouse, black pants, little necklace, and that's it. Don't cost that much.
She was trying to show the old fun bags for him.
I can't, Jack. These people coming into court the way they do. Just don't care. You supposed to dress to impress when you come into court. Yep. We all just sharing our thoughts and opinions, right? We all sharing our thoughts and opinions. Justice for Bree. Thank God justice has been served. This man will never be able to walk the streets again. And we do not want to know what happened to you. Oh my gosh, I don't even want to think about it. Beautiful girl. Absolutely beautiful. He took away her future. From graduating school, having a prom date, getting dressed up. Mom, I have a date. This guy asked me to go to prom. She's so excited. Then graduate, go to college, making new friends, going to her career path, where she wants to be in life. Then meeting a nice man that marries her, give her beautiful children. This monster took it all. Oh God, I feel like crying. This is sad. Let's get back to it. So sad.
When the officer, him and Aisha was sitting in the car, when the officer came, Lil Dink came up and said that the police officer said. That's when I came down. Downstairs.
So you were in the apartment
when the officer got me.
Okay. So you arrived before the officer.
Huh?
So you arrived before the officer.
Yes.
Okay. You and Tori both
Matter
arrived.
of fact,
Wait a minute, not Tori that you walked up and.
No. Me and Aisha made it there. Aisha got the number off the building and had it come.
What number off the building?
Because they got numbers on the.
Oh, like the address number.
The address, yes, they got the numbers on the building.
Okay.
And
Miguel, you said go back and ask the complex about Ham Hock. They got stories that will say. See, what if I remember when Miguel, when the girlfriend was on the stand, she said that they, oh God, what did she say? They moved in, I think in March. And if I'm correct, Breasia was missing. That was all jumped off in July. So they was just there for a couple of months. I don't know if that's the first time Hock and Heifer, let's call her Heifer. Andrea, she's a Heifer. And, Hock and Heifer was their first time living together in a 6-year relationship, or did they live another place? I don't know. But at that complex, they was just there for a couple of months. I'm just going by what, the Heifer said on the stand. Resume.
Like I said, I didn't even know the number. You know what I'm saying? I still don't know the number. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, that's when Lil Dick came up and said that a police officer was out here. I'm like, okay, I'm coming down. That's when I came down, and I got to talk to him, and he was telling me what something that happened. Before, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay. He's like, don't panic. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to keep my composure. But Aisha was already to the limit, and it ended up becoming a screen match out there, even with the officer. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do if you're not giving me the fucking information? Mm-hmm. I'm like, bro, man. I'm like, if I knew what you needed to know on pictures and all that, I'll give it to you. Yeah. I don't have that. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing I can do about that.
Something to think about. The fact that this apartment was behind her mom. Miguel, did I get it mixed up what you was talking about? What you might have been what you just said? If I did, pardon me. Excuse me for that one. The fact that his apartment was behind her mama's apartment says a lot, because him and his wife shared that apartment, and my guess that it was creeping, and maybe Aisha, whatever her name is, Aisha was fast, and he knew it. Never know. We all sharing our thoughts and opinions.
But she made me mad when she didn't want to give him that. You know what I'm saying? Because he needs that. That's how you get the, you know what I'm saying, the looking for that person. Okay. So.
And then so you leave the apartment while the officers are there, and then where do you
No,
go?
Aisha left first.
Okay. Aisha leaves, and then
I left.
Okay. And where'd you go after?
I was just so mad. I was just rolling around.
Okay.
I was still looking. You know what I'm saying? But I was just riding. You know, just looking around. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Do you remember parts specifically, like some places that you checked or names of businesses? Did you make it downtown here?
I went through the whole Quad City.
Did you go back to your mobile home at all?
Yes, me and Lil Dick went down there.
You this morning?
Yeah. Once we was looking, you know what I'm saying? We got to looking, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, I needed to grab. What was it? I think it was a couple dollars, whatever it was that I needed. Some money.
So was that before or after you saw Aisha?
I saw Aisha. I don't remember, man. I don't know, man.
Okay, I'm done with you. Did you call it? It's probably his pimp ring. Oh gosh, resume.
I really don't know. I mean, shit. It was. I seen Aisha. Me and Dick went out and then we seen Aisha.
Okay.
Because I was starting to get low on gas, and I needed to grab a few dollars, so I can. That's why I took my pocket. So I can continue to just ride.
This is me. I agree with you. It's pathetic.
Until I couldn't ride anymore. You know what I mean? So.
And then so Aisha makes contact with you over the phone, and you're down.
I made contact with Aisha.
Yeah, you called her after.
Then
was there a reason why you weren't answering your phone or text messages or anything?
No, because my phone. No, not at this time. My phone be acting up sometimes. Okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck it is about this phone, but sometimes I gotta text people first in order to call them, and I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? But anybody, you know, when I go through it and see it, you know what I'm saying? Because.
Wait a minute, Strong. You throwing something here? What's going on? Y'all men do this, huh? Some of y'all men do this. Some guys wear wedding bands because it attracts some women. Get out of here. But there are Strong. There's a lot of women out here. They like married men. They don't want no single man. No. I want a married man. A man who's in a relationship with a woman. That's what I want. They don't want nobody single. No. Well, wow. Learned something new today. Let's get back to it.
When I was moving around, my mind really wasn't on the phone. You know what I'm saying? My mind was on Aisha phone calls. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, you know what I'm saying, she found her or something, but anybody else's phone call I really wasn't concerned about. Yeah. You know what I mean? I wasn't worried about no other phone call with Aisha. But at first, Aisha said she tried to call me a couple times. You know what I'm saying? It didn't ring. You know what I mean? But once I looked at the phone and I called her back, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And once I got to talking to Aisha.
And so when you said you meet us at the station, where'd you go after that?
My sisters.
Two sisters?
Yeah.
Where's that at?
Out by the cemetery.
Like on Eastern? Or?
Oh, yeah, out by the cemetery.
Do you know the address?
No, I don't.
What's your sister's name?
Nita.
But
What my sister got to do with this?
Well, just
she wasn't.
So I know the address, so I can look it up. You know what I mean?
McQuay.
McQuay.
Yes.
Can you spell it for me?
McQuay.
Nita's just Nita.
NITA.
So then you went there, but you said they were out of town. You didn't make any contact there.
No.
And then where'd you go after that?
Here.
Here. Okay.
Here.
Oh, and then.
Well, they told me to give them. When I talked to the officer, I said, well, I want to at least have my mom and my sister come down with me. She said, okay, well, just be down here by. I think it was a female. She said, come down by. Can you be down there by 12? I said, yeah, I can make it down there by 12. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So when I left from there, when I left from my sister's house, I came straight here.
Okay. And then so how is your car not here? You know what I mean?
I came straight here.
I get that, but the car that you were driving was the Impala, and the Impala's not here.
I didn't say I was driving the Impala.
Well, you came in the Impala.
I never said I was driving the Impala.
So you left the apartments in the Impala, right?
Yes.
Okay. So at what point did you not have the Impala anymore?
What do that got to do with the Impala? I mean,
because you left there in a vehicle, and that's.
I mean, I'm not trying to make it harder on you.
Yeah, I get it.
But I mean, literally, as for the situation with the driving aspect, you know.
I'm not looking for the driving.
I'm keeping that solo with the.
No, that's fine. I'm more concerned about the car.
I mean, if you want to take the car, you can take the car.
Yeah, we would like to do that.
Yes,
Probably,
yeah, without a problem.
Where's the car currently?
It's reachable.
Reachable as in.
I can get it to you guys at any time. That's basically what I'm saying.
And also to backtrack.
I mean, one thing about me, I mean, like I said, if I had any issues, I would never came down. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I'm not gonna, pull, you know what I'm saying, no extra, but when it come down to the, you know how I feel about the driving situation.
And I know that, but I'm not worried about that. I'm just trying to figure out
what I'm saying is
your back trail of when you left the police asked you to stay there and you left, and all of a sudden there's this car you left in, but now we don't know
what
the car.
I'm saying is you can, if you want to search the car, I can bring the car to search for you.
And I'm just trying to also backtrack, like, where, I mean, you don't say you're driving the car.
That's my mom. By the way, they probably downstairs.
It's just restricted.
Slightly.
Oh.
Hi, help you. This is Angela from the warranty department. The reason I'm calling.
Bunch of junk there.
Yeah.
But it also helps just make me understand your route that you took. You had the car and they didn't. I just want to know where that transition took place.
It's reachable, bro. I just say it like that.
But you don't want to talk about how you eventually switched vehicles, or?
Never switched. I mean, that was like, I ain't switching vehicles.
Okay.
Why would I switch a vehicle?
But then so someone else was with you in the car?
Well, why would I switch vehicles? Where do you get to switch vehicles at?
Because, so the Impala, you left the apartment, okay? And then now you're here at the station, but the Impala's not here.
It's around. I'll say it that way. It's around.
Okay.
It's around.
Around the block somewhere.
I will repeat it again. If anybody's seen that movie Wait and Exhale with Angela Bassett, and you remember that scene when with Angela Bassett would play Tina, when Ike guess the first time come over to the house to pick her up for a date, and he ran over the flowers with the car or something like that, and then
you mean what's love got to do with it? Not Wait and Exhale.
What I said? Wait and exhale. Lord have mercy. I said wait and exhale. Scratch that. What's love got to do with it? Thank you, Jack. What's love got to do with it? And so I came over and he ran over the flowers or whatever it was, right? So he comes in the house, but the mother was bitching. You ran over the flowers, and then all of a sudden he came in with that little smile, like sociopaths do, a little charming smile, and he pulled out and gave her some money. And all of a sudden she's like, it's okay. She just totally changed. Yep, that's remind me of that grandma. That happens so much. If you ever watched the movie The Burning Bed, how when Farrah Fawcett, I forgot it was a true story, but when Farrah Fawcett came home after, she got black eyes because her husband beating on her. And what did the mother say? Well, work it out with your husband. We already sold your bed. You don't have a bed here. How could you say that to your daughter? See what I'm saying? Yep. I just wanted to throw that in. Resume.
Okay. That helps me better understand.
Yeah, I mean, as for the driving,
and I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about Breasia, right?
Right. Yeah. But it's the point that, you know what I'm saying,
I don't want to get in trouble for something that's when you're trying to find Breasia. I get that 100%. And so, but you can't think of, you've checked a lot of areas, but you haven't been around.
But see, like, I think Bree and Dink said that they cousin TT or somebody lived in that area, somewhere around there. I don't remember.
TT?
No, their cousin or TT or somebody. I know that they said somebody lived around the area. I am not for sure who it was. You know what I'm saying? They don't live in the building complex, but around somewhere. I don't even know who it was. already know who it was. Gotcha.
All right. Hang tight. I'll talk to my other guys, see what.
You brought up something. The fact that he met Aisha, the mother, at 1920 and presented herself, and she already had 2 kids. Already had 2 kids at that age. Let's get back to it. And presented himself as younger, and she believed it beyond me. I can't imagine this man ever looking youthful. Didn't she say like almost 20 years he lied about? I mean, a person can probably lie about 3, 4 years of their age. Depends how good they are and how much water they drink. But really? You couldn't tell? When she said to understand, that just threw me off. I'm like, really? That doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. Thank you for bringing that up. Reason.
What they found out. They found out anything else, or
What you mean about anything else?
like if they found like a video of her somewhere else, or you know what I mean?
Right.
Sorry, a little bit. Some of them are still printing. Of course, naturally we'd have a problem with printer at a time like this. So it's out here. So we'll start near it. And so this is the apartment complex, right? 2744.
I agree with you, Tate. Everyone in the chat, we need to investigate how many kids have Henry took to that non-working RV. He has more bodies that we need to find out. I just feel it in my gut. Yeah, I feel it too. She's not the first. Well, we know he was arrested before he went to jail with the first time. Not. And she wasn't going to be the last if they didn't lock him up. And this is what's so creepy. What was that RV for? Did you have other sick friends that come there to that RV? Were you making videos and putting them up, selling them? Let me stop talking. Lord have mercy. Let's get back to it.
Or it's one of the ones up here. I believe it's that one. So I don't know if you want to trace kind of like with the pen and trace where you went.
Bro, I don't know exactly where I went. That's why I'm not.
Did you stop at any places?
I don't remember. Okay, I didn't.
Did you talk to anyone when you were out looking?
No, I was just looking. You know what I'm saying?
Heather, and welcome. Would you consider doing a show about Ruby Frankie? I think that came up on my feed. Just if you could put in the chat a little bit of what's that case about, let me know. And welcome. Or if you can email me. Be better if you can email me about that case. Any clips, let me know about it. And we'll see. I'll see what I can do from there. Resume.
Man, just looking. I've been through the whole area. Almost all of this area. Almost.
So what ones have you not been to?
I haven't went over there by Castlewood. I haven't went over there. I haven't went over west of Emons over there.
Well, no. So this is 53rd.
Oh no. Okay.
This is a problem.
I thought this was the whole.
No.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
So you went through all these streets.
I drove all through here, all around through there. I mean, I don't hit Brady, Harris.
Sorry, I keep pausing, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm loving these comments, and we need to discuss this because this is a teaching channel where we learning from, okay? So we need to discuss these things. Let's get into it. Some people do ghetto behaviors like sleeping with their sister's man, mama's man, brother's wife, and have babies and think that that's normal behavior. That's so true. I've covered so many stories like that. Are you flipping kidding me? This happens so often in homes. This is insane. And they think it's normal behavior. Like you just said, normal behavior. Sick.
Harrison's fucking. I mean, I just, the farthest I went is all the way down. Just like
all the way down where?
Like all the way downtown. Just like, you know what I'm saying? When you circle one area, you know what I'm saying? You try to just continue to go through every area.
Mm-hmm.
I've been everywhere, man. I'm not going to say where and what streets.
Okay.
I just know I've been all through here.
And Did you stop at any? Did you go inside while you're looking? Did you go stop anywhere and talk to anyone, ask them if they've seen someone? Do you remember any places that you did that?
What Miguel said, I gotta get a wedding band. I guess that's a secret. Strong, thank you for putting out the advice out there. Get yourself one. I guess that's the thing. Because there's a lot of women out here, Miguel. They don't want no single man. They want somebody else's man. And the married man, the ones who got a girlfriend, ooh, they gotta have them. Gotta have them. They'll do everything for that man. Crazy. Oh boy, resume.
You didn't do that? Okay.
Just moved around.
Okay. So you were strictly in your car the entire time?
Moving around.
Okay. In the Impala, right?
Yes.
Okay. And when you got back the second time, when you saw Dink on the couch, did Andrea then say anything? Did Andrea ask anything or say anything to you?
The only thing she asked me is like, what's going on?
Okay.
That's all she said.
And then what did you tell her?
I didn't tell her nothing. I was just like, man, right now I'm frustrated. I'm looking. I should have said something to her, but I assumed that she knew some little Dink being on the couch.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, right now, man, I don't even want to talk right now. You know what I'm saying? I really don't want to talk at all. That's basically what I kept telling her.
Telling her? Yeah. Gotcha. So there's no...
Like, I'm not going to draw no map because I really don't know where I was going. I was just moving around, just going around. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Not, no spot in particular. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go in no stores because when I was moving around, after I talked to Aisha, her mom said they was going to move around too. You know what I'm saying? So I assumed that if all of us was moving around, you know what I'm saying? Like, even Andrea was moving around on feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's no sense in me staying close to them. It's just like traveling, you know what I'm saying? The more grounds you can pick up. You know
And I'm sorry, who else was moving around looking?
Andrea?
Andrea's around looking?
No, walking around.
Walking around. Like walking around the apartment complex or walking in like
walking around
further?
complexes. And then further. I don't know where else she walked to. She just told me she was walking around looking.
Gotcha.
Aisha mom was looking. Aisha auntie was looking. Aisha was looking. Aisha uncle. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people, bro.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So,
and so was there any texts going around like about this situation, or was it just the phone calls?
I think there was like 1 or 2 texts.
1 or 2 texts.
If I'm not mistaken.
Okay. And so would you be fine if we downloaded the phone to have the call logs and the text?
For what reason?
To corroborate everything here about the call logs and the text.
Hope I'm saying right, Ruby. Tina Turner's mom told Ike where she was. Yep. The second part, when she got married to him, you know, and then he was beating on her. She couldn't take it no more. She did the right thing and she left. She calls her mother up to come home. Okay. She goes home thinking she's safe. Her mother got her. But no, she's on the phone. Dee, Ike. She over here. And next thing you know, Ike was over there. See what I'm saying? You have some trifling parents out here that do not protect their children. They don't care. Yeah, she probably was sleeping with Ike too, or she wanted to sleep with him. Reason.
It helps everyone out.
Download my phone.
To get the call logs to show that those calls were made at those certain times.
I can show you my phone. I can just show you my phone.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? You want to see? I can just show you my phone. I mean, I can just open up my phone and let you go on my phone.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
What's the passcode to the phone?
Just give me my phone and I'll open it up for you.
Okay. Will you open up right in front of you?
Yeah, open it right here.
And so if you want to just take while I go grab your phone, if you want to just take a closer look, and if there's anything that's sticking out, be sure to mark it, okay?
I mean, what is there to stick out? But
like, for sure places that you went, for sure.
Lily Love says the girlfriend should get time as well. She could have stopped him from leaving when she seen Breasia standing outside. I personally feel it's still running because so he looking at the paper trying to figure out how he's gonna get out of it. I personally feel you know your man. You've been together for 6 years. You seen him lusting after this little girl. You was unsettled. You didn't know what he was gonna do. Yeah, you probably did. Trying to avoid it. You wasn't protecting her from the beginning. And when y'all went to sleep, you felt Ham Hop move off that bed, and he went in there and got that girl, and you seen her. Andrea, you seen him take that girl down the stairs. Out the house. Talking about, she woke up, nature was calling, and then he's come creeping up the stairs and everything. No. It just doesn't add up. The whole story does not add up. But her life is gonna be a living heck. You know why? Because wherever she goes, people are gonna attack her. She can't even order Uber food. They're gonna attack her. Are you that one that saw her out there at 3 o'clock in the morning and you didn't do anything? Hmm. She should be in jail. And another thing why she should be in jail because another reason why she should be in jail because why do you have all these weapons, knives and guns around minors? They probably in a lockbox, right? Why she wasn't even arrested for that? Child endangerment. Hmm? She didn't go to sleep. She was up all night watching Hock to see what he was gonna do. And she seen him when he got up out that bed and he went in there and took that girl out there and she just kept quiet. She didn't say nothing. That's just my thoughts and opinions. Reason. All right. Tate said something to Melvin. I believe he sold her to them men that he so called were fishing. He started putting his plans in motion soon as she was in his car. You have a point. Because there's way more to the story we don't know about. Because it doesn't add up. Well, one thing adds up. We know that he took her. We definitely know that. And he unlived her body. Hmm. Just look at him just sitting there like a fool.
No, he's sitting up there needing a cigarette and coke.
Yeah. I agree. Hmm. And he's saying, dang, no more ham hocks for me. Yo, it's over. Ham hock face, over.
No more blunts.
Oh, that's right. No more weed for him. Because he looked like a wake and bake type man. Gets up early morning, smoking a blunt before he even brush his teeth. Nasty. Oh, the RV was registered to his sister? Hmm. Wow. Hmm. Interesting. I have it on fast. It's just still sitting there. But they do this to watch you, to see how you're going to react. Hmm. You see, we watch it right now. The video's on.
Think of any or mark any?
No, I ain't marking them, but I'm just looking at the whole thing.
Thank you, son.
Hey, DJ, I see you up in here. Him never sell any kid. Donna right. Logically, she would have told someone, so he took her life. So sad. And welcome. So sad.
Why are you looking at me to do my
Well,
password?
that's what I asked.
No, I said I will open it for you.
Yeah,
but
I
I'm
can
not,
answer.
I'm not going to give you my password.
Okay.
I will open it for you so you can look at my phone. But I'm not going to give you
I'll open it, but I ain't gonna give you my password. I'll open it, give you number. Really? You don't have to. All they gotta do is get a warrant and they're gonna pull everything up, okay? So it don't make a difference. Idiot.
Okay. And then you're just gonna lock it?
Yes, right after you finish looking. Yeah. I will let you look in. I have no problem with you looking. Okay. That's something I don't have no problem.
Okay.
Damn, what the fuck is it? My mind ain't not even on my phone.
You recently got this one too, though, right? Yeah.
What Strong said, Donna, you think you can get Grandma on the show? We have a lot of questions for her. That would be beautiful. But, when first talking about her no bra wearing, I don't think she'll ever come here. Oh gosh, oh gosh. Yeah, Grandma, why you let her go? Let her go with some strange man that's not even in your grandson's life. You should have been like she kept saying on the stand, Grandma. I don't call when she's at work. I don't call work. Okay, well, if you don't call work, you just tell the daughter, look, your granddaughter, you can't go. I didn't speak to your mother to get the permission. All I know is DL can go, and that's it. I don't even know why DL is even going over there. Wow.
No, I had this phone for a minute, but
I think, well, just a new phone number?
yeah, no, this number.
Because you said you didn't know it, that's what I was.
I don't know my number. All I know is it's 72726. Why you still watching? I don't want to open it, then, bro. Not if you staring into me while I'm trying to get my number.
What I'm doing is I'm making sure that you're not going in and deleting anything. That's what my concern is.
Why would I delete something?
You never know with guys. Trust me.
No.
It happens.
I mean, as soon as I open it, I'll give it to you.
Sounds good.
So you can look at it.
Yep.
Amber, you're right. That's what you call enablers, and I can't stand these enablers.
No. Let me try one more time. You only get so many tries.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, cool.
Now, what do you want to look at? I can show you anything and everything.
Was there? Okay, gotcha. That's from a couple days ago.
No, that was from when I got my kids to the conversation when they went to bed. Where was it? I think it's good night, mom. You know what I'm saying? Good night, love you, Bree. That's what she was.
Well, good night, mom.
You know what I'm saying? That's
what is good night, mom, though?
That's good night, mom. That's the way she said good night, mom.
Who says?
Bree. They didn't have a phone, so they was using my phone or they used Andrew's phone to use whatever.
But the phone number was to Lil Dink?
No, that's Aisha's phone, but it's my son, so I don't put her name in my phone.
That's the way you contact.
I contact him.
Okay, that makes sense. I got you.
Let me see.
But there wasn't anything about this stuff besides the.
No.
Well, go click on Lil Dink again and go down the most recent thing.
Where are you?
Okay, and then.
Remember when I told you she kept trying to call me and my phone was acting up?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, here, I can show you phones. Now let me get to the numbers.
The call log?
Let me see. Okay,
That would be the call log.
that would.
Gotcha.
See,
Okay. All right.
I mean, like I said, I have no problem showing you my phone.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But I guess where's the issue of like you just want to dictate of what we see or?
No, I don't. No, I just like, you know what I'm saying? I look at it like, I don't have no problem opening my phone for you. You know what I'm saying? I already know.
Okay.
I don't have nothing. I don't have nothing to hide in my phone from you.
Okay.
Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nothing at all. So that's the reason why I said I will open it for you.
Gotcha.
I just don't want nobody on my phone. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it don't matter, but I just don't like people.
Well, it does. I mean, it does matter.
No, you miss what I'm saying. Okay. When I say it don't matter. When I say that, I'm saying like, you know what I'm saying? If you right here in my presence, you can do what the heck you want with my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Basically.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to know what you know on my phone.
Okay.
That's all.
Gotcha.
I mean, it ain't nothing that I'm hiding in my phone or anything like that. That is no. I would like, if you like, okay, let's connect it to something. Okay, I want to see what you're doing with my phone. That's all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, to be able to download, we would need the passcode, but.
Like I said,
which helps speed up any suspicion we would have.
But I don't understand how I got suspicious with my own kids, man. These are my kids.
No,
you know what I'm saying? I mean, I
understand it would clear any suspicion, right?
Listen, I mean, I know you want your job. You know what I'm saying? And I know what you have to do. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have no issues with that period. But these are my kids, bro.
Mm-hmm.
These are my kids. You know what I'm saying? These are mine.
Yeah.
I'm really like confused. Like, I wish I would have been staying in my state of mind where I was saying no all the time.
What do you mean by that?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like basically I blocked her where she couldn't even call me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's
And why is
no.
that? And why?
Because we and her had bad communication sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because of the person who she was talking to. You know what I'm saying? And it just caused a little But now no more. So it opened up our communication again. You know what I mean? So I mean, I just
Anyone you can think of that would try to take Breasia?
why? For what reason?
I don't know. I'm asking you. You know better than I would, right?
The only person who would know better than me would be Aisha.
Yeah, but you can't think of anyone that would take her.
I can't see no reason why.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Bree's a good kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's a good kid. You know what I'm saying? She's definitely a good kid.
Okay.
Definitely a good kid.
Then before did you might have mentioned, I might have missed it. When you went to Vince's after y'all already went home from Vince's and you went back and you didn't get an answer at the door, what was the reason that you went back there?
That's where I be kicking it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like just to, drink a beer. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Sit down, drink a beer, hang out.
Star, star, star. Thank you for the channel blessing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for being here. Thank you. Reason.
A little bit, talk to, the yin yang, you know what I'm saying? That's as far as I go.
Okay.
For me.
So did you call ahead of time?
No, I don't. Sometimes I call, but 99% of the time he don't answer his phone.
Okay.
So I don't call.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I just go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't call him. I just go.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, my babies are good. You know what I'm saying? My son too. You know what I'm saying? They listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? All my kids listen to me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have no problem with my kids. You know what I'm saying? At all. You know what I'm saying?
No behavioral issue or something like that.
The mom do. I don't have it. You know what I'm saying?
Like they're defiant
with mom,
yeah.
but not with me.
Okay.
Why? Probably because I'm more lenient.
Okay.
And I tend to give them what they want.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you want, the only way you can get something out of me if you're acting good.
Mm-hmm.
Good grades, respectful, doing the things you have to do. That's when you get stuff from me. Other than that, you don't get nothing from me. You know what I'm saying? And my kids know that. Mm-hmm. So.
Hey, good karma. I haven't seen you in a minute. Blessings, blessings. Hey, Donna. I'm glad I caught this live stream. Andrea needs to suffer. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. She really do. She could have stopped all of this. I don't believe that she woke up in the middle of the night, nature called, and then all of a sudden she realized, oh my gosh, where's Hock? She sat up and waited and then hear him creeping up the stairs, going straight to the closet. You knew what your man was going in the closet for. Resume.
This is crazy, man. Yeah. I mean, this is like, I'm more hurt for Aisha. Because, you know what I'm saying, that, she had it. You know what I mean? And my baby mama, you know what I'm saying, like I said, I know she feels some type of way behind it. You know what I'm saying? But like I told her, you know what I'm saying, she like, hey, you should have more of a watch. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never have to watch my kids like that. You know what I'm saying? Never. Mm-hmm. Even when I used to keep her in Bree. Yeah. I mean, Bree ending. You know what I'm saying? I never have to. Because my kids, you know what I'm saying, we communicate. You know what I'm saying? So I really...
You're breathing kind of heavy, is it? You just...
I smoke a lot.
Smoke a lot?
And then, you know what I'm saying, thinking about my baby. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like... It's rough, bro. It's rough. Even though she ain't my biological, but she's still my baby. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's just rough. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I kind of like, you know what I'm saying, think about it. You know what I'm saying? But I try to not...
What do you think?
I got asthma too, so...
Yeah. What do you think happened?
Big bro, I don't know. I mean, I'm not even trying to put a thumb on it, a finger on it. I don't know. Yeah. You feel me? Yeah. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say something that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because our communication was good all day.
With Bree?
With both.
With both as in?
Dink and Bree.
Yeah.
Both my kids been A1 all day.
Okay.
A1 all day, bro.
And then?
All day A1. Mm-hmm. And then I'm kind of like stopped up, congested a little bit too, so.
Yeah, gotcha.
This is like...
Well, I can assure you there's a bunch of people right now with the department going out there trying to do what we can.
I hope, pray to God that they find my baby. You know what I mean? Because... we need her home.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
We need her home.
Yep. And
this is, and I know, like I said, I know I blame me because I should have more watch on. You know what I mean? I know my baby mama. You know what I'm saying? She is like furious at me. Like I never seen her this mad at me ever.
Yeah.
But she got reasons. You know what I'm saying? Just like if I would have had custody of my kids and I leave them over there and something happen, whether they bust a nose or get a scar or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Then you concerned about that. You know what I mean? So I'm not mad at Aisha. I'm just kind of salty that she won't really communicate with me.
And
you know what I'm saying? And that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because her mom do. Even right now, you know what I'm saying? I was talking to Danita on the phone.
Yeah.
And Danita, me and Danita 100, her mom. You know what I'm saying? And Danita loves me. You know what I'm saying? And the whole family do. You know what I'm saying? So, but I know what I used to want to, and it's just gonna take for her to.
And you know, some things that could help with that, right? Of her not being so mad at you.
She is.
No, hear me out here for a second. To help ease some of that, or lessen it, or for us to be able to go input more to her, is that your cooperation goes a long way with us.
Okay, that's the end of the interrogation. That's it. Oh, okay, so you do want to join the chat. They're saying, okay, we have a second or two, Mr. Orange Space Tang. All right, I'm going to put the link in the chat if you want to jump on it. Anybody wants to jump on and share their thoughts before we close out on this one. And we're going to do a prayer for DL. I'm so worried about his future. I am so worried. All right. Here, I just put the link in the chat if anybody wants to jump on the panel and share their thoughts and opinions on this one. Okay, what does PJ says? Just keeping it real, love it. Donna, you're so right. I would be surprised to know that Andrew wasn't a part of the play. Mm-hmm. You never know. You never know. It just doesn't add up. You got a big man like that laying next to you. You gonna tell me you don't know he getting out the bed? You know your man. 6 years? If you don't know, that's kind of pathetic. You're supposed to study him. Mm-hmm. Just doesn't add up. Doesn't add up. I was at the execution last night. What execution? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. And what else she says here? Them drugs can turn you into a demon for real. Sure can. Just leave the drugs alone. Leave them alone. Amber says, right. This big ham hock getting off that air mattress. How could she have not known? Yeah, that's the part that just doesn't make sense. Look, how y'all feel? You want to watch it? We got some time here. Let's wrap up this whole case, okay? Because he's going away jail. He's done. You want to watch interrogation? The body cam. Body cam's a little bit shorter. It's about 19 minutes long. Let me know. We can watch body cam. I got a minute or two. Let's watch this body cam so we can see this apartment. All right. Let me know in the chat. If not, I'll let y'all go. So I have y'all here for hours. Okay, Tate says she didn't see that girl out there at 3:30 in the morning. She saw her when they left the apartment. That's what I think too. But Bree was already dead by 3, in my opinion, but I might be wrong. Yep. Because it just doesn't add up. Why he come back and then out? It's just the whole thing doesn't add up. She's just standing outside by the car? Unless she was scared to death, you know? I don't know. All right, let me see the comments. Anybody wants to watch interrogation? I mean the body cam. Okay, we got one shout out for the body cam. Come on. Give me some more body cam. No, we got. Oh, okay. No set. All right. He looks bored. Oh, what BG says. Okay. Do y'all want to watch the body cam? Hello. Well, I'll just put the body cam on. Y'all want to leave? I can understand because you've been here forever. All right. Just give me a second while I set up. That's the son. Prayers to him. Is this the right body cam? Yeah, this is the right one.
Hey, son.
Give me a second here. Okie dokie. This is the body cam. Oh, wait a minute. What speed do I have it on? I'm going to put on speed 1.25. Okay. Keep y'all here forever. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting ready to watch the body cam. Okay. Ike was nothing without Tina. Yeah, that is so true. That is so true. All right, let's get into this body cam.
Your mom? Yeah. Okay. How you spell it?
AISHIA.
Last name?
Link for the LA. NK. FORD.
Date of birth?
8/28 of 1991.
Address?
614 West 63rd Street. Apartment number 1.
Phone number?
563.
Yep.
676. 4247.
Okay. And Henry lives here.
Yeah, I guess so. This is where he told me to come.
Okay.
He don't even know how long she's even been gone.
Yeah. What's your daughter's name?
Breasia, BREA.
EA.
SIA.
BREASIA?
Yes.
Okay.
Terrell, TERRELL.
Okay. What's her middle initial?
D.
Her date of birth?
12/4/09.
Okay. What's up, Henry? So when was the last time you saw her?
She's in the house.
Yeah, when was the last time you saw her?
9:30.
Last night?
9:30.
Okay. Okay.
With him.
Okay. When was the last time you saw her?
She was in the bed when I woke up this morning.
She was in the bed?
Yeah.
When you went to bed last night? Okay.
This is crazy, man. This is like, you know what I'm saying? I know she fucking going fucking hysterical, because
Yeah. DIN.
KINS.
Your date of birth, Henry?
August 2nd, 72.
Is this your home address?
No.
What's your address?
It's down by Rosson Carina.
I just.
Yeah, I just know that.
You don't know your
I don't know the
address?
full address.
Do you know your phone number?
Hell no, I don't even know that either. I swear to God, I don't.
Henry, you don't know where your daughter is. You don't know your address. And you don't know your phone number.
For real, I'm finna
So,
give it to you now. You think I'll be lying, but
Well, no, it's kind of.
I don't call myself.
I know, but you got to know your number. You got to know your address.
A lot of people don't call themselves, but we know our number. Lies, 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 over more lies.
So this is your girlfriend's address here?
It's Fred.
Okay.
Okay, here go my phone number right here.
Okay, what was she last wearing?
In the bed.
What you have on, some shorts?
What color?
I don't remember. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you.
What's her height and weight, you think?
She's a little taller than he is.
Okay.
She's a little taller than that. She's probably about like this.
Okay, what's her hair look like?
She had dreads. Long.
Dreads.
Long.
Long and dreads hair?
Yep.
Like shoulder length or
Down.
middle of the back?
Down here.
Okay. Mid-back, dreads. Right? Is that how we would label that?
Yes.
She had shorts on.
Did she still have a white shirt on?
She had that long, she had the shirt that you gave her.
The white shirt.
All white?
All white.
Look at it. Yup, he lost some weight. See the difference? Mm-hmm. Yep, big difference. Yep, big difference. Mm-hmm. No ham hocks, huh? Reason.
White t-shirt, yeah.
And you guys don't have alarms or anything on your doors if the door's open?
No.
Okay. And listen, I know this sounds dumb. I've lost my kids too. Okay. Actually, mine just happened last week, and we went back in and we found them in the bedroom.
No, we just searched.
Okay. I'm going to ask you to who have you called What doors have you knocked on?
I don't know these people out here.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I called her.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And she told me she was at work. At first, I was riding around looking. Then me and my son started riding around looking.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then,
So how long ago has it been, an hour?
It's been a couple hours.
Couple hours?
Couple hours.
Okay.
Couple hours.
Have we called grandmas? Have we called cousins?
That's what I just asked. She the one. I don't know all that. She knows all that. She knows all that, not me.
Okay. Do we have a picture?
She does.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. She got the picture.
Who's the girl that lives here? Andrea? What's Andrea's last name? Culberson.
He need a picture of her.
You don't have nothing with you right now. Okay, that's fine. Have we called family?
I've called everybody. I have my uncle out riding around. My mom's on the way out here. My friend's on the way out here.
We've been every fucking way.
And she's gonna be with a friend inside some apartment.
That's
most
why
likely.
I said I'm gonna still look.
Okay.
We don't know anybody out here though. That's the thing. She would have never. She would have never. First of all, she would have never woke up at 8 o'clock in the morning, and she would have never.
What you mean? 8 o'clock in the morning.
That
ain't what I said. I never
said. I know you
guys,
didn't say that.
this isn't the time to fight.
Exactly. I don't give a fuck about you walking, nigga. You lost her though.
How did I fucking lose?
Because you was watching her, Henry. What the fuck do you mean?
But hey,
I'm gone, sir. Come on, D.
listen to me. Well, you guys gotta.
When she said F this and walked away from the officer, this is where I kind of lost it with her. I was like, are you kidding me? I know you're upset and everything, but how would you walk away from an officer when we're looking for your daughter? This poor officer, he can't get no answers. I showed when he was on the stand. I don't understand. I don't think I'll be walking away like that. Just my opinion, my thoughts. Resume.
We got to come together right now. This isn't a time to fight about it. Okay? So, well, hey, if you... Well, how am I supposed to... What do you want me to do?
See how she snapped on me. You know
I mean,
like
I got no picture. I got no... What do you want me to do?
What am I supposed to do?
Right. I get it. Henry, I get it.
All I can do is look.
I get it, Henry. Henry, let's go inside the apartment one more time. Look, this happens more often than you think. I mean, well, I understand why she's upset. But when I'm trying to help, she can't run away from me. I don't want
to deal with the issue.
Yes.
You got to keep a level head.
Yeah.
You know that. I learned that a long time ago. Fuck, man.
How many times have you guys stayed out here?
How many times have I been out here? Kid, this is their first time.
Oh, it's the very first time she's ever stayed here. And so she has never stayed here. So I wonder just.
This is such a small. She's not in our list.
Thanks for picking me up, Mom.
I'm fucking happy. She's gonna open the door, man. She's gonna.
What's her name?
She's gonna open.
Hi there. Are you Andrea? Yeah. Okay, Andrea. What's your date of birth, Andrea? So tell me about, like, when was the last time you saw her?
She was here.
When?
What time was that? Posted like around 11. She was in bed sleeping.
Okay. And you guys never heard her come down, walk out? There's no forced entry or anything like that? Okay. Do you mind if I just come in and take a quick look? I'm not concerned about anything else. I just want to come in because probably 50% of the time we still find them inside the place when this happens. And
I kind of do my place kind of wreck right now.
what's that?
My place is kind of in a wreck.
Listen, I go in all sorts of places. I don't care how big it is.
Is he aware of this?
What's that?
Is he aware of this?
Yeah.
Who cares if Hock is aware of it or not? A child is missing. And you said on the stand he didn't have no job. He's not paying nothing. He doesn't even claim you. You've been together for 6 years. You giving this man your cookies or something, and he can't even claim you as anything. Oh, just a friend. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Ridiculous. Let's rewind that part again. Pissed me off, this part. Let's go back to Andrea. Is he aware of this? Is he aware of this? Is he aware of this? There go the heifer. There she go. Can't stand her. Let's listen to the heifer talk.
What's that? Listen, I go in all sorts of places. I don't care how big.
Is he aware of this?
What's that?
Is he aware of this?
Yeah. What's her name again? Was there any fights or arguments or anything last night? Bree is her name? Where was she sleeping at? Your bed? So where were you guys sleeping at last night? You guys slept out here? Can you look in the closet again? Huh?
That's all clothes.
I know, I'm just telling you, you'd be surprised what we've...
I know, right?
So she was sleeping in the bed with her brother? And you guys slept out here? Okay. What time?
Yep, Susie Q. You see that? The white t-shirt. She had it on too. What's going on with this oversized white t-shirt? Everybody has it. The mother said she came by, she dropped off some clothes, correct? Can't stand this woman. Resume.
What time did you guys wake up?
Now, I was still asleep. I don't know what time everybody else got up.
Well, what time did you wake up?
Oh, goodness, honestly, I can't remember what time I was.
Okay, like 30 minutes ago, 2 hours ago? 2 hours ago? Okay. Hey, does she have any friends out here? Like, has she ever played with any of the neighbors? Okay, are you going to come out and help look or not?
No, she's not going to go and help to look because she needs the approval from Hock. Is he okay with this? Is he aware of this? You got to be flipping kidding me. All right, I'm going to let y'all go. I had y'all here forever. The 4X t-shirts, exactly. Those t-shirts must have been swallowing them. You sicko. What? He'll never be able to touch another child again, right? Over and done with. Hock, you're done. Bye-bye. All right. Bye-bye, Hock. Hope you rot in prison. I hope they treating you badly in prison, which we could tell. I know they are. I know they are. They don't like dudes like you. Not at all. Not at all. All right, so we're going to have a moment of silence here because we're going to moment of silence for Breasia. Justice has been served. No accountability. Choking on his words. Glad the judge didn't buy any of it. Exactly. Judge wasn't. Oh, he thought he was going to go to the judge. He's going to get the bench to make the decision. Like it was going to be different. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, he will, right? Oh, yes, he will. All right. Bye-bye, Hock. Enough seeing your ugly ass. Oops, sorry. I should be cursing. I'm telling people don't curse. I'm cursing. I apologize. No one's going to see your ugly butt again. You over and done with. So we're going to have a moment of silence, everybody, for the son. That he gets some therapy while he's young. Because you look at him. You look at him there and just saw him in the body cam. He's going to be a big guy. at least about 6'1", 6'2". I could tell by his shoulders right there, he's going to have broad shoulders. He's going to be a big guy. Huge. And we're going to pray that he gets some therapy, some good therapy, that the mother is built. You know, come on, mama. You got to do this. This is your son. You have to. Or you're going to lose your son. You're going to lose him. You already see the stuff that's happening. You have control. Okay. And then we also going to have moment of silence for Bree. Beautiful girl. And he took away your future. But you with God right now. And he's going to take good care of you. Nothing will ever happen to you again. No one will ever harm you again. Moment of silence, everyone. Date smart, not thirsty.